Supermax flying, chasing the light. From jump points to battle, through wreckage and war. He's seen it all, and he's coming for more. Through Pyro's fire, through the outlaw's gaze. He's chasing down the headhunters, murder hobos toe. Supermax flying, no destination, no fear. A legend in motion, the frontier is near. Freedom fighters rise, the battle is nigh. For the citizens, for prosperity, we fight or we die. Scavenging the depths where the shadows creep. Trading routes through the void so deep. With stealth and skill, he's earned his name. Every system echoes his fame. The verse is wild, but he plays it smart. With a pulse of fire and a fearless heart. Supermax flying, no destination, no fear. A legend in motion, the frontier is near. Freedom fighters rise, the battle is nigh. For the citizens, for prosperity, we fight or we die. Stars don't wait, the void calls out. A pilot's fate, forged in shouts. No rules, no kings, just open skies. A drifter's soul never dies. Supermax flying, no destination, no fear. A legend in motion, the frontier is near. Mining deep, hauling wide. One ship, one crew, side by side. So raise your glass to the stars tonight, for the wanderers who chase the light. In the name of freedom, hear our cries. Supermax legend will never die. Out in the black where the stars shine bright, Supermac takes flight in the endless night. With news and guides he lights the way for all the pilots lost in the fray. Jump into quantum engines ignite, fly through the verse, chasing the light. Tuning in, gotta catch the stream, living the dream in a space fuel team. Supermac soars across the skies, breaking down the news with keen insight. From Stanton's core to the outer rim, he's leading the fleet. Come fly with him. Talking ship builds, new updates too. Squadron 42, what's coming through? The hype is real, the verse expands. With Supermac's voice, we all understand. Through jump points, nebula haze, he's mapping the stars in a cosmic maze. Explorers, traders, fighters unite. In the verse, we take our flight. Supermax soars across the skies, breaking down the news with keen insight. From Stanton's core to the outer rim, he's leading the fleet. Come fly with him. So if you seek the latest lore, or dream of space like never before, join the crew, no need never before. Join the crew, no need to roam. With SuperMac, you're finally home.
Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god. Can't you see he's the man? Let me hear you applaud. He's more than a man, he's a shiny golden god.
Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on today? Sailcat, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. I hadn't even started yet, and you're already dropping bombs. How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much. Jack, thank you so much for the subscription as well. Miffed for the resub. Beers, party bus, you know what to do. How are we all doing today? What a start that is. I requested the bagpipes. Sandman, how are you feeling? Are you any better today? I'm assuming you are. You're here. Gonji, thank you so much for the cheer. Exclamation cheers. Are you feeling better today, my friend? And I knew you would love this music from Solin. I love it. And with that bagpipe blasting out as well. Wow, I love them. Anyway, shall we crack on? What am I doing here? That button, and that one, I think. Yes. Oh, 7! And welcome. Happy Wednesday. Roadmap day, in fact. Right, let's see who's here. We need to get through this first. We'll start with YouTube. We've got Thomas. We have JJ. We have Griff. Beat you to it, JJ. Deacon, Flopper, Deplorable, Sandman, Emperor Pew Pew, Kevlar, Arik, Abnormal Monk. Oh, 7 and welcome. I don't know what CIG did on the back end of the whole sea hauling working has me shouting for. Oh, is it working? Don't rock the boat. Let's just not mention it, and hopefully we can get away with it working permanently. Anyway, now over to YouTube. We have Coffee, Sailcat, of course, Marcon, Sandman, Balthair, Space Guy, Rhino, Solomon, Jack, Gonji. Beautiful. All right, let's just... Unfortunately, there's only 4 songs, so we can't listen to all those for the duration, so we'll just go back to a bit of Pedro. But it reminds me of the good old days of Twitch where we could play pretty much anything and be fine. Them's were the days, weren't they? Oh, hang on. Wrong one, sorry. We almost went back to it again. I wanted to. Les, welcome, Miffed, Game Overture, Daedalus, Nutmeg, Eclipse, Uriel, still feel like shite, but a little better, not stuck in bed. Well, that's good to know. What was it then? Was it just a cold, or just like a really bad cold? Gilanth, G-Sharp, Binks, Fish Sticks, Tomato King, 07, Dirtbag John. Whew, 07. Yeah, just avenged. Volbeat, avenged. Volbeat, avenged. It was like, man, those days of Twitch were good. They were good. Looking forward to seeing my camping escapades. Thank you, Kevlar. So I have finally created a channel. I have been working on the video. It's going pretty well, actually, so far. Some fun little clips. I didn't find the snippet of me falling off my chair almost, which is a real shame. I scoured the footage. It's going to be probably around 50-minute video. I mean, it was a 2-day camp, so it's going to be quite longish. But yeah, I've been putting it together. I've just gotten to the point where I'm starting to cook the dinner for the second night. And I'm going to do a voiceover for that. I think I mentioned this the other day. But I can't remember if I did. So with my camping trips, a lot of it is just showing me camping. Just chatting about what I do, what I enjoy, what I use. But I also want to include cooking on various different types of things. Hot tent stoves, camping stoves like jet boils, open fires, Boston fire pits, all these different things that we use. But what I'm going to do, with each camp that I do, I generally try a different meal and adapt it that I cook at home, that I adapt for cooking while camping. And of course, that's going to be in the video. The trouble is, if you wanted to go back and recreate that recipe, you're going to have to scrub through maybe an hour's worth of footage. So what I'm going to do is take that segment as well from the video. It'll still be in the main video, but take it from the video and make a separate... Choo-choo, guys. Thank you so much. Level 4. Whew. But make like a separate recipes playlist where I do much more of an in-depth voiceover for each meal, talking about, the what you need to do and so forth. But this first one is just 2 days camping in pretty much a strong gale, which was a lot of fun. Almost finished. As I say, I've just got to do the voiceover for the main bit. And then I'll get it uploaded. And there'll be like gear reviews, there'll be other camps, there'll be tent reviews, and all that kind of stuff. Deacon, thank you so much for gifting Binks a 3-month subscription. Beers and party, please. That's very kind of you, my friend. In fact, I should probably not just add that as 1, should I? That should be technically 3 subs when I add that to the thing. The difficulty is it's like recurring, so I don't know what to add it as, but it's essentially 3 new subs, so thank you, sir. It makes me wish I hadn't upgraded my hull C to the Ironclad. Luckily, the event will hopefully let me get one. What is the loaner is the Caterpillar. Yeah, I forgot my hull C, so if it's working, perfect. The link to my second YouTube channel. Again, it's not going to take away from what I do here. This is my full-time job. That is a hobby that I do. Like, I was up till about 11 last night just editing that video. I do it in my spare time. But it's exclamation camp should work. The actual name of the channel is just Wild Camp Adventures. but the ID for it is -Mac, which kind of works fine. I haven't glorified the command, I am afraid, but you know the video will be. I'm gonna finish editing that hopefully this week. Get it up this week. I don't see why not. So keep an eye out for that one. Yes, there are some ASMR moments. I love those moments. Ex officio, how you doing? Welcome. Not your jam, but you like the idea of it. I think a lot of people are like that, aren't they? And it can be quite harsh at times. But yeah, it's quite a chilled video, but with a lot of wind in the, you know, I did do a lot of outdoor filming. I couldn't because it was too windy. But a lot of it is just me sitting, enjoying a coffee and listening to the rain. Not for a long time. Not for like you know, hours and hours. It's just snippets here and there. But of course, you know, this is the first time doing a video YouTube channel like this, so it'll take a bit of ironing out, getting better. A very camp channel. Yeah, I did wonder about that. Roach, how you doing, Mighty Steed? Welcome. I wish the Mercury had more pilot guns. I love how it looks, but needs more DPS for soloing. It's the kind of ship that looks like it should be a better solo option. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it is intended as a multi-crew ship. Not to say that you can't solo it, but it isn't supposed to be... Like these ships that are supposed to have more than one crew, they purposefully do not give them tons of forward firepower and have to rely on turrets and so forth. So I get why they do it. Like, yo, Ag, how you doing? Like, the points of the Corsair. Summer Yeti, how you doing? 07. Oh, there we go. That was a nice coffee there. Well, the MSR will definitely get storage. It'll definitely get a second entrance, I think it's been said. Daedalus, by the way, thank you so much for the 7-month resub. I almost forgot to mention that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we know that's going to get some updates. I think every ship will have a storage update. Some of them will get them for the first time. Some of them will get more. Some of them may even get less, depending on what they're asked after. But you've got like storage closets. You've got physical lockers to put armor in that you will see, and weapons, as we know. But yeah, that's going to be one of those long, arduous tasks where they've just got to go through every single ship to get it done, which is going to take a while. Avate, welcome. How are you doing today? And it's not a combat ship. True, Rhino. Very true. Yeah, I mean, it has forward-facing power, but whether, again, like for me, whether or not it has enough, or it's not enough, or, it, you know, I don't know until, and they probably won't, until they get to the point where everything is kind of falling in line with where it needs to be, and then they'll make those slighter adjustments to DPS in that sense. It can be shortened, can it, Mac? As in, that's what the Earl is. I meant Tomato, not Mac. I was reading the... Alright, well, let me do that, because it does look a bit messy like that, doesn't it? Exclamation. Camp. There it is. Yeah, I did wonder why it showed. Oh, I'll just knock off that stuff off the end, can't I? There we are. Save and close. And then... Camp. Yeah, I did wonder why it was showing that. It actually, the three letters after the hyphen were random, and I was just like, I don't know what to put there to kind of make it unique. So I just went with Mac. It's not related to, you know, Star Citizen in any form. I won't even be talking about Star Citizen during my camps. It's just purely outdoors camping. I can see the overlap between the camping channel and your Star Citizen off-grid. That's exactly why I mean, I love the off-grid stuff. I love living, you know, wild camping and whatnot. So yeah, it kind of falls nicely. And hopefully we'll get camping in Star Citizen one of these days. Philip, how you doing? Rolanders, welcome. Your complaint with the MSR is they took its speed away. It can't get away the way it was able to. Again, that's something that can just easily be adjusted. And the role of the ship should indicate that it is quick, and it will increase in speed. It might not increase in speed, it might be the other ships get decreased. It needs to be a speedy ship, and it will be when you know, eventually. Reclaimer is one of the biggest ones. It's really popular, yet painfully out of date. Yeah, there's a lot of ships out of date, like painfully out of date, like you say. They're a bit troublesome to use because of how old they are, right? Just hoping CIG allows us to at least test PvE servers. No reason they won't. There is a big reason why they won't do dedicated PvE servers, and that's because the game doesn't work if everyone is split between different servers, different game environments. They need everyone to be in the same for the whole economy, for the intention of the game to work. So they won't. I'm pretty certain they won't do like PvE dedicated servers. But yeah, as you say, Griff, yeah. I don't mind PvP, but would be awesome if it wasn't just... Yeah, and I think what we'll see, we're not going to get into the conversation of it all because, there's too much personal opinion involved with this whole ganking, griefing, PvP, piracy kind of thing. But ultimately, that sort of stuff will be reduced with game systems and things that they bring in that or tweak with what we have now that will mitigate it, reduce it, make it hard, improve it. There's a lot that they can do, will do, need to do that will make it make sense. Yo, Raj. Well, Pyro is, I think, on average, more PvP. Stanton, on average, is less, but they're still both PvP, PvE. They're all, it's all the same. You just generally get a lot more gankers or people who want to fight in Pyro. But that's not to say that, there isn't that in Stanton. Can you actually talk about other stuff than StarCitizen? Well, you'll be surprised. You know how I like to natter. And when I get that coffee made and I sit there and I listen to the rain, the nattering begins. Do what you enjoy. If it's a vid of just you sitting down and listening to the rain, go for it. Like someone already said, it's not my jam, but some people might love it. Yeah, exactly. It's, my content for Star Citizen isn't for everybody, and they will watch someone else, which is fine by me, Have you changed it to camping? Thank you, Sandman. The professionals come along and actually made it right. Mine's just like, camp channel. Oh, boy. Hello, I'm Ryan, and here is my tent. It had one SU and no power. It still has no power plant. Silent Blob, how you doing? Oh, 7, welcome. I hope security will fix... Yeah, that will be a big part of it. NPCs in itself will be a big part of that. When the time comes, I guess. Wombalissimo, Frazzled Cat, how y'all doing? Welcome. You actually fully expect PvE servers. They'll have their own economy, etc., just like different WoW servers and the like. Are we getting confused with the wrong thing here? We know there will be like an overarching general economy that is mostly like NPC driven. But then there will also be the player economy that kind of laps on top of that. But there won't be like separate servers that you won't be able to, only PvEers will play on and no one can PvP in it. It does. A large can of rant. It is coffee, yeah. It's an epic rabbit... It's a rabbit hole of epic proportions is that whole discussion, and I cannot be bothered with it every time we stream. You love Misk to make an answer to the Corsair in the style of the Reliant, maybe. A bigger Reliant, bristling with guns, would be a lot of fun. So what role? Would that be a gunship kind of thing? Yeah, I 100% don't expect PvE servers. I do think CIG will make mission locations in the middle of nowhere where... Yeah, there will be plenty of content for those who don't want PvP. And for the most part... Like 99% of the time, you won't, if you go to these locations, if you do that kind of thing, you won't see a single person. Matchmaking also will likely ban PvPers with PvPers, because that's the content they're after, right? So there's a lot they can do anyway to kind of make it make sense. But there should never, ever be, well, within reason, a 100% location where PvP cannot happen. Not to say, starting locations where you first enter the game, that is a different thing. If you're a starting player and you're coming into a landing location for the first time, you shouldn't be able to get shot in the head, right? I get that, but yeah, in general, on average. But yeah, we'll move on. Welcome, Canady. We'll move on from the whole PvP, PvE, that kind of stuff. because this conversation is rinse repeat, and at the end of the day, all that really matters is CIG's decision on it and where they want to go with it. D-Star, welcome. Ubersmith, welcome. How y'all doing? Jept, welcome. Everything in the game is designed with open interactions. Yes, regardless of how that interaction happens, it all needs to, it's a full ecosystem that only works if everything is allowed and able. Yeah, instance content, absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be a big part of that whole thing. So there's going to be content for those who don't want PvP and those who do, and those like myself who like a mixture of the two. Brettley, how you doing? Yes, so roadmap today. Now, 402 is aiming to release this week. They said that this current patch that came out last night, it's a potential release candidate for later this week. So not today, maybe not Thursday, most likely Friday for the weekend. Well, for the weekend, for indefinitely. And that means then they're moving on to, I assume, 4.1. The roadmap will let us know. The roadmap is coming out tonight with 402, which will give us a much more, not detailed idea as to what is coming in 402, because obviously these patch notes tell us more with each incremental patch, but they should have pretty much all of them condensed. But the roadmap will tell us if there are any features coming with 402 outside of what we've already seen. And then 401, I assume, being the next one versus a 403. Sorry, 4.1 versus a 403, being end of March. And that will probably be a bit more of a bigger feature patch. Obviously, still focused on playability, stability, so they're going to do a lot of bug fixing, optimizations, and improvements, and quality of life improvements. And then they will, there's likely going to be a few features in there as well. And then after that, it'll be 411, 412, 413 maybe, up until we get 4.2. They did say and beyond for 4.1 with this roadmap update, but I don't know how far they're going to go. But as we know, there is supposed to be around 10 patches this year, including I suppose the 4 quarterly ones, I would assume. So if they can get all those lined up so we can kind of see what the plan is, that will be good. But I don't think they can really look that far ahead in terms of being accurate too much. I don't know when the roadmap will come, the update will come, but it'll be sometime this evening. Thing is, it could be, you know, like before I finish, or it could be tomorrow morning for me in the UK. He was watching Apoc stream and saw a bounty mission spawn in and take out a player as they came into land and unload the freight elevator. Do you know, I had an incident where it was live while I was on stream, where I'd landed at an outpost in Stanton, and I don't know what I was doing, but maybe just dropping a box off or doing something. And as I was just walking towards my ship, or from my ship, I saw this NPC Eclipse just sort of falling out of the sky. It had been shot down by the player who had taken on the bounty mission, and it was just falling out of the sky. And then after a little while, it started coming more and more towards me, so I sort of, you know, stood a little back, and it literally landed on my ship. From way up high, it went and landed straight on my ship, blowing it up. I don't know how that happened or why it happened, but it was hilarious at the time, but obviously not good. Oh, so funny. Checkmate was eating ships as you store them. Was it on live? Yeah, I think they've got some bug fixes coming in for that. I mean, this 402 fixes a huge amount of problems that 401 is suffering from. So, I mean, I tried playing 401 to do an off-grid episode a few weeks back, and I just fell through the floor. So I was like, forget it, because 402 should have fixed every single incident of falling through the floor. And they said if there is anyone still suffering from it, specifically let them know where, because I think they believe they've got them all. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. It used to be around 4 p.m. GMT, but everything changed now. Yeah, it's all changed. Peanut, how you doing, mate? Welcome. 07 Flood, welcome. you'd like for them to post a director list of bugs in today's roadmap, as in like what they are hyper-focused on. I remember when I was looting stuff in Sakura Work Center back in the day, I moved an exploding barrel next to a guard and they shot it. So he died and I could loot his armor. This wasn't counted as aggression and the guards there haven't started shooting at me. Do you know if this still works? I don't. Why was he shooting at you though? Why did he shoot it? It's very strange why they would want to shoot it. So I don't know why that happened or whether it's been fixed or what. Is that on the PTU highway or is that in live? Welcome, by the way, mate. Yeah, the hyper-focus. That would be good if they could show that. I mean, the roadmap shows what they're bringing for a patch. I know it kind of shows their intention, doesn't it? So it would be cool if they could have at least a link to a page that showed us all the... like what they are hyper-focused on. But yeah, whether they do or not, I don't know. Rooski, 07, welcome. Oh, sometimes in the PTU as well. Elevators were super snappy on the PTU last night. That was the most recent build, was it, Flood? Or was it the one prior? Maximus, how you doing? Welcome. Off topic, Dune Awakening. Are you going to check it out? No, I probably won't. I've got, Kingdom Come to get stuck into, and I'm feeling the pull back to Star Citizen anyway, so I probably won't be checking out Dune Awakening. But it looks like it could be a good one. Do you think ray tracing will help performance? No, it'll probably hinder performance in a big way. Hopefully they can find ways to be as optimized as possible with their own version of ray tracing. But yeah, it isn't going to be like helping us. If you have ray tracing on, it's going to cause significant client performance drops. That's why ray tracing needs a decent PC. I've actually, talking of the PC, I've kind of put together some potential components. Whether or not I go with these or not is yet to be seen. I've put them in the Amazon wish list. I'm still debating it, but I've also got it on a PC part picker. But the idea being, I'm looking to spend about 2K minus the GPU, because we already have that accounted for. So I'm looking at G-Skill Trident Z5. I was going to go for like 128 gig, but 96 gig might be enough. That's 6400 DDR5. A 1600 watt motherboard. Sorry, power plant. The motherboard is... Oh, hang on. Let me figure out where it was. I haven't... Did I find this on Amazon? I think I did. Where is it? So the motherboard I'm thinking of getting, again, I haven't made a full decision yet. I'll have to do some research on it, is the Asus ROG Crosshair X670 Hero, which is about 500 quid. But that has the PCIe 5.0 support. It's got some good VRMs and should handle what I need. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas on what the best option is, by all means, keep me in the know. A NASA spec PC Zero. Yeah, pretty much. Cognitive, welcome. Buy a 5090 IED or a defective 5080 missing his ROMs. Yeah, I don't think anyone's getting hold of anything of those sorts, are they, at the moment? How you doing? Welcome, sir. I'm having a great day, thank you. Are you? You're looking forward to live support, Griff, getting in-game, but I wonder if they are going to have to go back to every ship and... Well, yeah, they are. At the end of the day, every ship... Well, yeah, as in, like, the dead zone where you... Yeah, hopefully it'll mean all those little issues are no longer a problem. That's a good point. Zoidberg, how you doing? He is a really good YouTuber, is £10.42 for PC performance stuff. It'll definitely be worth sending my build over to him and seeing what he thinks of it. Absolutely. Is an 870 better than a 670 then? Yeah, multi-threading I think will help the vast majority of people, but of course it's not a guarantee, is it? You're getting 30 FPS now with DLSS, but what will ray tracing do to my system? Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't want to try it with mine. I think it would just kill it. Oh, okay. I'll look into that one, John. I've got to make sure it matches everything else I need. I don't want to have any bottlenecks anywhere with my PC for, like, firstly playing Star Citizen, recording in 4K, or whatever the resolution is that I can do with my monitor, as Furco and APOC was helping me out with, and then putting that content out there as well. Coffee. The 7900 XT, is that a GPU? Yours is AM5 already. Well, that's what I'm looking for. What date do they release then? It's March, isn't it? There will always be a bottleneck. Right, fair enough. We'll do our best not to you know. Oh, there's fake products. Well, I would generally go from, yeah, no, I'll keep an eye out on that one. No, not a 4K monitor as such. It's more kind of 5K, but it's the Samsung G9. They need, you know, it'll be a very obscure resolution that I use. Not very obscure. Oh, yeah, the drama farming, you know, obviously is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. That's just opinion, isn't it, more than anything? You're going full tower. Well, yeah, I'm going to get a full tower. I'm actually thinking of going with the Lianli as well, so I can get those Lianli daisy chain fans. Not that you need the Lianli case for them, but I might go with that and then turn this one into a stream machine. Stream machine! Do you know when in March? Do we know? You have a 3080 Ti and you were getting to 30 to 40 FPS in Star Citizen. What really helped me was upgrading to the 9800 X3D and getting 32 gigs of DDR of low latency RAM. Now 40 FPS is your lowest, and you're currently mostly running at 60 to 100. Well, that's it. And you know, at the end of the day, I think one thing that I sort of realized while making today's video is they're doing a lot of optimizations for Squadron. For, like, all sorts of things, you know, like, really... So, Star Citizen, the PU, and game development in general, right? As we know, optimization isn't really... is one of the last things that they tend to do in game development. They're building all the games, they're making it work, they're getting all the features in, and then they start optimizing properly, because they have everything then. Whereas Star Citizen is kind of a different beast. The PU has optimizations going on all the time, but generally... the same applies. They're not going to do all the optimizations, or the majority of them, until they've got everything they need for 1.0, and then they will optimize for that. But with Squadron, there is going to be so many optimizations that they're doing now for Squadron that will directly benefit Star Citizen. And all the exposing of different graphical options, like VRAM, is going to be made available because Squadron is at that stage now. So we should see this year, especially as optimizations are a big part of Squadron right now, this year and next year, we should see quite a lot of optimizations come in for Star Citizen, as we have already seen. Like, going to 4.0 preview, the frame rate for me just shot through the roof. And hopefully that's a continuous thing, right? Supports 2 Ryzen Threadrippers. Well, I'm just going to go for the 9950 X3D, I think. End of the month, is it? Okay. Hard to guess until multi-threading becomes a thing, but you can't go wrong with 64 with fast timings and strong core per-core performance on your CPU. Just pick your Intel or AMD allegiance. I'm at this time, looks like I'm definitely going AMD. They make an announcement of the 9070 on Friday, so it could be around that time. Old Canadian gamer, good morning, my friend. How are you today? I'm doing great. You started some asteroid mining in a prospector, much less than the vulture salvaging. Yeah, I mean, I do prefer salvaging than mining, but it's cool to have the option of both, right? Any guesses on Perseus drop and the leak? I haven't, welcome, Sank. I haven't actually seen the leaks on the Perseus, but I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes for Invictus in May. Let's put it that way. Tazadar, welcome. There will always be a bottleneck. It's just a matter of how much performance you have before the bottleneck. Right, okay. I can, yeah, ultra-wide is very nice with Star Citizen. As long as you can, obviously, support that, right? Your GPU, every time I think of upgrading to a higher resolution display. You was telling your friend that when we get a searchable settings menu, that probably means we're at the home stretch for Squadron. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Amazon barely have their own warehouse anymore. Now they are yeah, I've noticed that a lot, and you can get some proper tack, can't you? But yeah, I'm still planning to contact some PC company, you know, like, I can't remember any offhand, but like overclockers and people like that, and just say, if I was to spend all of this, you know, money raised to build a PC in your store for all the items rather than shopping around, could you do a discount? I'm still planning to do that because I feel like it might, I feel like that, you know, for a shout out as such, or a, you know, thank you to this company, here's some links and stuff. So I'll see if I can work something there, because I feel like that would be a good idea. You're on the 5950X, and it's quite disappointing in Star Citizen due to the main thread bottleneck. Right, so yeah, you're probably desperately hoping for multi-threading soon then, I guess. You'll have to make that upgrade one day. Got to convince the wife somehow. Yeah, they're quite a beast. The you know, super wide screens. They're massive, just ridiculously big. Only thing you need to do is to get some more storage and upgrade to DDR5. Yeah, I definitely think, you know, if you mean storage for Star Citizen, like M.2, what is it? Samsung 9, is it 990 now or something? Probably the best one to go for. Lance, 07 Dendra, welcome. Hi, y'all. The ironclad for supply or die, that would be kind of helpful, yeah. Multi-threading VK is not likely to come in anytime soon because Star Citizen isn't taking engine updates at the moment. Yeah, it's a shame about that, but hopefully they can, you know, we're not too far off. We'll see what happens with 4.1 and 4.2. But yeah, as you say, they're not at that point yet. Oh, you have some slots for more, do you? Very nice. What are my top 5 ships, Cody? So, the Vulture. The Intrepid, funnily enough. The Reclaimer. The Endeavour. And there is some others, I'm sure, but offhand, I mean, I'm quite liking the Polaris at this time. My favourite changes day to day based on just what I want to do in game and what I enjoy the most. And so far, I've been really enjoying APOC and Deacon's Polaris. 5 Gladius. There you go. That's a good one. Anyway, shall I jump in? The plan is today, I'm not going to be doing, you know, the missions, the Phase 2 stuff. I quite fancy jumping back into my Vulture again and seeing what seeing what we can find. I have, like, certain plans for, like, long-term plans of kitting out my Mark 1 Hornet. So if I come across stuff, what I'd like to do, I know, Solin, you had quite a few bits that you were happy to sell. I would rather find it myself, preferably. But what's your list, Cody? What's your top 5? But I will, I'll fly around and see if I can find some stuff. It's been a while since I've gone out in my Vulture. Now, I think there is still a cleanup, you know, aggressive cleanup bug in the live build. They may have fixed it, or it might be a 4.0.2 that's fixed in, so I don't know. Yes, I do have the Reclaimer. Yeah. You have a theory that we might get a Reclaimer rework because we will definitely get a... Well, by rework, I think they did say it needs a bit of an internal redo. But I don't think it's going to be a huge change. And, you know, essentially, it's not really got anything to do with base building other than it's a provider of resources. But there are, I don't think you would necessarily be taking RMC directly to someone wanting to build. I think the chances are it'll be a mixture of different materials that the builder will want to be delivered to them. I mean, obviously, if you need RMC to build in any form, then absolutely you will have that. Or, construction materials. But ignore the whole construction material commodity. That is just a placeholder name for construction materials. It's not like there is just one construction material that will be delivered in one big go, right? It's just their sort of placeholder right now. Salvaging in the Reclaimer is fun. Shall we do some Reclaimer salvage then? It's been a while since I've flown one. Maybe we should do that. They have announced a bunch of ships that have drones. That's my main thing. Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, any reason to bring drones into the game via base building or anything is definitely going to help rise that tide for every ship that uses them. Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think, as in you've got your own one, Flopper. By all means, yeah, bring yours. I'll bring my Vulture, and if people want to join Flopper in their Reclaimer, go ahead and do so, and help, man those turrets, man those beams and things. Because there's only so much I can clean up with my Vulture, and I really enjoy my Vulture, and it's been a while since I've used it. So, bring your Vulture, bring your Reclaimer, I'll use my Vulture, and anything that I can't clean up, you can clean up. Yeah, Deacon's bringing his SRV to help bring some cool stuff around. Anyway, shall I launch? Let me... Oh, there's a new install. Of course, there's an update to the launcher. I hadn't checked yet. Well, I've just opened it up. The Vulture has the best paints. It really does have some good paints. If you want work and you would come in on the Reclaimer, a lot of people work and lurk, and I bet they're just like, oh, I wish I could get in. When do you think base building will release with this pullback? So as we knew, it was... Everything we saw at CitizenCon was going to be kind of, within the next 12 to 18 months, including base building. Not obviously the full thing, but including its, I suppose, entry into the verse. Now, I think with base building specifically, the chances were that was going to be more of an 18-month integration rather than a 12-month. There was a very slight potential of seeing something base building released this year, but I think it is very unlikely now, even more so, and it was unlikely before this whole sort of shift in direction. So I think it's likely we'll see that next year, maybe towards the latter half of the year, rather than any time this year. Personally speaking, I don't know, of course. That's just my opinion there. Star Atlas. And Deacon. Lovely, lovely. Right, let me join you. Oh, 50 out of 600. Now, that is a server. Yeah, absolutely, Deek. What I'll do, we'll check around sort of like landing locations and see if we can find anything around there, because there's tons of ships that will be dropped there. You're one of my biggest worker and lurkers. Bless you, Canadian gamer. Thank you, mate. Astro Monkey, how you doing? I don't like the box filling and storing situation with the Reclaimer, and whenever I try to think of a solution, it feels like nearly starting over with the functional design. I think really, if they were going to do anything, it would be... Yeah, that's a shad. Good point. I think if they were going to do anything with the way that whole thing comes out, it would be more automated sorting, where it will be like either conveyor belt or internal cranes and so forth. But Yeah, I don't know what a better solution would be, but I think the idea is you're supposed to be kicking out big boxes and moving them with like an atlas to locations rather than lots of little boxes. So it should take a bit, it should be a bit quicker. Where are we starting again, Deacon? Was it... Oh, I can't... Gaslight, was it? I think we're currently at Gaslight, but we'll make our way over to Obituary.
Word Gaslight.
Right, thank you. Thank you, sir. Can you hear me talking on comms? Comms? Hello? Yeah, I hear you fine. Can you hear me? Yep. Hey! For how long, though? That's the question. Yeah, we'll probably head over to Obituary, and we can meet up there. So if anybody wants to get to Obituary, go there, because I guess we'll start off looking around at Bloom. See what we can find there. Sven, how you doing? Ganjwolf, welcome. So my new PC comes in today, and it's a big upgrade from my 1660 Super, single dad, and been too broke to upgrade till now. I've been looking into this game for a while. Is it still worth buying? Absolutely. It's definitely worth buying, but it's, from time to time, session to session, it could be either great or bad. Congratulations, by the way, mate. That's very exciting stuff. I would say just jump in, and if you're having fun, keep playing. If you're not, stop playing, take a break. But hopefully this year we'll see it get even more smoothed out so that, the consistency and fun is increased. Dale, how you doing? New player, love mining and salvage. Thinking about working to a reclaimer, but I'm almost always solo due to quickly changing schedules. Do you think that's... it's not... I hear you. I think it is a bad idea to try and solo it. It's not a dumb idea, because obviously in some circumstance you can get away with it, but as we get things like engineering in, it's going to become a lot harder to solo, and I think you will struggle. But I definitely think teaming up is the right way. I know, like you say, your schedule, but it's yeah. What I like to do with my group is just sort of drop in, drop out. At tease Deacon, there is no need to be so formal here, my friend. Let's lead the way. I'm going to get my Vulture. What are you taking, the SRV? Oppenheimer, how you doing? I would say wait for 4.0.1. Sorry, 4.0.2. 4.0.1 is fine, but there's a lot of issues with it that are fixed with 0.2. So definitely wait, if you're not playing right now, wait for 0.2. It's been a while since I've used this. Yeah, as John says, remember it's still work in progress, so there's always going to be bugs and problems, but hopefully they can reduce the amount of bugs and problems this year massively. Oof, I just had to quickly check there. Evil Muscle, what did you upgrade to, mate? Jim Broker, welcome. You played yesterday, first 2 tries, broken elevator, and the 3rd time it worked. Third time lucky. Yeah. 3rd time's... Yeah, wait for 402. Not a good start. Let's just see if we can store that. There we go, moving to storage. See ya, you loser! Oh god, look at it! Oh boy! You have a 4070 and a 7600X, so I assume it should actually run on my system. Yeah, and there's been quite a lot of optimizations anyway with the 4.0 branch, so it should play out a lot smoother. Hey, let's try this one again. Grim Wraith, how you doing? Sure you are. Sure you are. Interitus, welcome, sir. How you doing? Tiger Pill. The biggest fix for that you want for O2 is the mining ship bags not emptying when submitting a refinery job. I hate having to yeah, absolutely. Is that labeled as a fix yet, or is that not sure yet? Come on now. You can figure it out, Drake. Oh, it needs to be claimed. Interesting. Tell you what, Deke, if I jump in with you, mate, let's... If that's being reclaimed... Oh, wait, no, that'll... That's reclaiming it here, isn't it? Alright, we'll just hang on and wait. That's fine. Yo, Trog, how you doing? Quaid, welcome. Bounty ship seems to be the new annoying thing. Yeah, I've seen this as a bug. Hopefully this is fixed in 402. I can't remember if I've seen that. We're going to need some protection. People are getting bored and antsy with the patch. Lots of murder hobos. Who is jumping in then? And who, if anyone wants to bring in a fighter ship, a large fighter ship, by all means do so. You've got a 4080 Super and a 14900 KF with 2 terabytes of RAM. 2 terabytes of RAM? You what? Oh, with a 2 terabyte SSD. That sounds good. That sounds good, my friend. 2 terabytes of RAM. Is that what we've got to these days? You're debating on ending your day early or not? Yes. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. If I bring a fighter, I'm shooting... You're shooting me down. Oh, I do love you, though, still, Grim. You don't have to do that. You can shoot everyone else down. Not in my group, of course. Tried pulling some salvage with the SRV on the PTU last night, and it seemed to be broken. Tractor HUD bugged, and tether kept breaking. I know it could be quite a funny thing with the... like, going from turret to external view to front view. It can be a bit tricky to get it to work, but I haven't used it in a while, so I don't know if there's like a bug at the moment or if there's something else wrong with it. Stop rubbing it in. Sorry, mate. Oh, how far are we now? I didn't expedite it. For crying out loud. There we are. I was sitting waiting for it. We could have had it by now. Don't. End now. Watch Mac. Yeah. I'd love to join to defend in a fighter, but Chris is not smiling on my ability to log in today after weeks of 0 issues. What's happening, Mighty Steed? Bomber, how you doing? Cybin, welcome. 07. I know I want to purchase one more ship, but I don't know what I want, and I need an LTI token or 10. Well, what don't you have? Like, is there a certain direction you want to go in that you aren't in yet? Yeah, if you want to ask Deacon for invites, let him know your handle and whatnot. By all means, come on in. There we are. Look. Now, please be properly on the actual pad. Anyone know if we can quantum travel with a ship attached to the space tow truck? I can't remember. Deacon, are we able to quantum with the SRV now? I believe we were. Right, okay. Well, that's good enough. So, yeah, you can quantum travel with an attached ship, but not a wormhole. So, around planets work, but not necessarily from planet to planet?
No, all sorts of quantum travel, just not the one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good then. Don't know if this is working.
Does anybody want to join my reclaimer from Tech for Victory?
Yeah, sign up to the reclaimer, guys. It'd be helpful to have more on hand. What's happening here? Let me just call up the Hornet, see if that works. I'll bunk in with you, Deacon. If you take me to checkmate, mate, I'll see if I can claim it there. Or obituary, sorry. Checkmate, mate. I think my hangar is bugged. You have a big old industrial pirate fleet for all the friends I don't have. Oh, ain't that the truth, though? Taron, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, not great, because I can't seem to get my ship, but hopefully it's just a this hangar problem. Thank you, sir. No, it's at the back, isn't it? I think that's the... Oh, no, it's under here. Okay, here we are. Up we go. All right, I'm in. Yeah, nice one, Flopper. You head to Bloom. We'll be there soon. This is what Deacon's flying, the SRV. It's the tow truck. Yo, Nix, how you doing? This is one reason I stopped playing those go-around... more bugs making the game unplayable with the current... Yeah. I hear you. We definitely need 402. 402 will just make it... will just take away a lot of these bugs. It won't fix everything, of course, but it'll definitely improve what we have now. I thought we crashed then. Any word on the PTU going live, Simon? So, the current PTU build... Oh, thank you. The current PTU build is a live release candidate potentially for this week. So, if all goes well with it, by the end of this week, we'll see it go live. Which is good. We need it. Had good fun this weekend doing CS3 level bounty hunts around ArcCorp in the Mustang or the Delta. The Delta doesn't have a quantum drive, does it? First time really using a light fighter. Yeah, I really like the Mustang Delta. Did they finally put a quantum drive in it? Because I mean the look of the old one with that like gunmetal green style or olive drab paint was so nice. You're gonna get the tow truck. All of your friends keep getting stuck in Pyro. No weapons on it though. But bear that in mind. It's not one that you're gonna be taken into a fight. But yeah, I for some reason
Deacon, can you tow the Polaris?
Oof.
I might be able to. It's in 0G, yeah, sure.
It's underneath the station deck of every mall.
Checkmate?
Yeah.
Roger that, mate.
Are we off to checkmate?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, we'll need to go to obituary after checkmate though.
Oh, you said checkmate.
Yeah, I've been confusing everyone. I've been saying checkmate and obituary, and everyone's probably gone to one or the other.
No worries. Drop that and we'll get to...
It'll be good to see if it can pull it though. Definitely. I want to know.
Okay, I'm here.
Nice one. Quantum, good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome. Check DMs. I don't see any DMs. You on Twitch? Yeah, the echo is me coming off of VoIP if I'm responding when someone is open mic at the time. It's probably just because I'm being quick. Oh, on Discord. Why, what have you done? What have you done? Oh, is that your fleet? Ooh, that's quite a nice fleet. It's bigger than my fleet. Honestly, it's a fleet pick. They're kind of like the equivalent of dick pics for Star Citizen backers. Sim Racing, how you doing? Coming also to Obituary. Oppenheimer, ready for... Could you invite Commander Oppenheimer again, please? Deacon. I'm not sure if you have his deets.
I got it.
Ah, nice one. Somebody needs to clean that viewing window. Yeah, it's a bit mucky. Well, it's like scratched, isn't it? Not the best view. That is the role of leadership. Test the crew with conflicting information
The lights and
to ensure
so
that they're worthy. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll give it a go. Shit. I don't know if I can get it to just turn off. It's a bit... Ah, that might have it.
crouch.
Yeah, I got it. It's alright. It's just a bit fiddly, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, it's nice mood lighting back here, Deacon. You have to come join me one of these days. Bow, wow, wow, wow. Prickmeister, how you doing? Yes, it does. Yeah, it works through quantum travel, but it doesn't work going through a wormhole. It's not the size of your fleet, Mac.
Just blown up by chicken or...
By-
or
By who?
I think the Polaris shot.
Oh, so that Polaris isn't to be towed then. Thank you, Sandman. Yeah, that's my current... I mean, that's probably old as well.
It'll be a bad and but the PVCs are still protected.
Yeah, we'll have to try and get on board, turn them off, maybe. Yo, man, how you doing? No skill, welcome. I'm doing great, thank you, prick. Mr. Meister. Dead Don, how you doing? You know what they say about Star Citizens, about citizens with big fleets? Yeah. I know. Raz, thank you so much for the 24-month resub. Yeah, what a milestone.
You want to try the border?
Right, I'm heading there now. How do I stay so optimistic? I can't. You know, I don't take breaks, obviously, because I do this for a living. But I don't know. That might not be the right button. No.
Lots of medication.
Yeah, lots of yeah. I just enjoy following the development. I think what gets people down is playing the alpha. If we didn't have anything to play, I think people wouldn't be so down about it. All right, I'm on board.
Wait, did the Polaris just kill a whole framer just by with the PVCs?
I don't know. Be careful. Be careful being there, though. I'm going to go and try and get to the bridge and turn off the weapons. Is it just the weapons that I need to turn off to turn... Well, if I just power down the ship, the PDCs won't work, will they? Yo, Excalibur.
Yeah, just be safe. Click the weapon power down.
So I press... Yeah, okay.
Just to make sure that there's absolutely no power to the
This flipping elevator. Swear to God. Seems to want to kill frame rate as well, does this elevator panel, which is weird. Where is the ladder? I don't know where the ladder is.
opposite side of the cargo bay.
Opposite side of the cargo bay.
Continue straight ahead and next to the
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought these were elevators, actually. Fair enough. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you know, I'm here for the finished product. I'm not here for the alpha, and I just... If it's good, I enjoy it. If it's not, I don't play it. I think, as I say, the actual alpha itself can get people down a lot. But for me, I'm here for the long run, you know. So I just keep on keeping on. Devil's welcome. There's one here if you want to strategically acquire it. And at the end of the day, you know, you have an option, don't you? You can either feel good or bad about anything, really. And if something is making you feel bad and there's nothing you can do about it, then you need to sort of take a break or move on for a while. There's no other way to do it, really. The minute you start feeling drained or down about...
You actually come up as cargo.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, the minute you feel down about anything, or it doesn't even have to be Star Citizen, it can just be in life in general. You know, you take a break from whatever it is that's causing it, right? Don't put yourself through it. Everything seems to be off. Port should be open. Yo, Gene, how you doing? It's good that it pulls the weapon out the minute you get back up again. Alright, I'm coming back. It should be good to tow. I'll hop back in with you, Deke. And in fact, let me see if I can get my ship from here. Oh, actually, no. I'll sit in the back of your ship and see you tow it to Obituary. Can't do that with your wife. No. Yeah, exactly. As Sandman says, just following the development, having something to play is nice, but only when it works, right? There's nothing in here. Would it be worth waiting in the Polaris in case the PDCs turn on? I mean, we could do. Yeah. Do you want to try giving it a tow, Deacon? I'll stay here and see what happens. I mean, I'll be safe in here. I could just try.
Stay on board.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't want to blow you up if I hit something with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, to be fair.
Not be completely stable, you know.
We'll give it a go, see what happens. We're going to try Rhino, but I don't feel like we will be able to tow it. Let me know how you get on. Yeah, when does that happen exactly? So a Constellation is the biggest, and a Star Lancer is the biggest you could tow, right? There is a torpedo just floating past. The hell? Oh. I beg to differ, Rhino. I beg to differ. Hold on, XP, are you alright, mate? Were you... Were you still in the torpedoes? I didn't even know you were on board. Kyler is welcome. Yeah, don't worry. It's all working. It's fine. It's I can use it.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, we are moving at speed. I just saw a torpedo float past and then XP float past as well, so I think he was looting it at the time. I hadn't realised. Sorry, XP. Siphon, how you doing? They have made it so multiple SARVs can... No, I don't think they stack yet. I don't think they've made it so it stacks.
Blew up.
Eh? XP blew up?
Yeah, the PDCs killed him.
Oh, is that the reclaimer you were talking about? Shit, okay. Oh, mate, that sucks. Yeah, I'll be fine inside here. We'll see if this quantum's with you. Where is Deacon? Down there. I don't know if I'll be able to get eyes on. Are you able to try towing it from the front if you're not already? Or is that just a bit too much work? I feel like it might be fun to watch. If I can get to the bridge, I might be able to watch. Yeah, as Sinkhole says, everything will change multiple times. What gets me is how much people get their panties in a bunch over some things. Master modes is a great example. Everything is an experiment. Yeah, absolutely. It's like any slight change, people freak out. And it's like, well, we're so far from anything being classed as final. And it's massively going to change in many ways. And it should get good, right? They have the liberty with the way they're building the game to test everything in various ways to find the best possible way. And they've said themselves that, you know, they're not afraid to test things, to find a better way of doing things. And that is a benefit. It may seem like a negative to a lot of people because it means this is going to take a lot longer to get done. But it also means at the end of it, we have a much better product that hasn't been rushed for the sake of a developer or, you know, a producer or whatever. Don't know why it's making noise. I see. How you doing? Welcome, sir. Yeah, old flight model had years of development. The current master modes is still missing very many major aspects that will make it work better. Oh. You have gotten good with it this... Oh, careful. It's got some momentum now, I think. I'm not sure who's pulling who.
Yeah, it's very hard to stop or do anything. I can like drag it, but once it gets going, it's just there's no stopping it.
Yeah, it's like it's dragging you back into it. I'll be very cautious coming out of Quantum because if it's got any momentum when you get out of there, hopefully it won't go slapping into the back of you. You have gotten good. I think that is more. I have gotten good with it this way, and I don't want to relearn the meta. Yeah, that's another big part of it. Is, you know, if you've spent a lot of time harnessing your skills in something or some area, and then it completely changes, and those skills no longer apply, of course you're going to be frustrated. This is the very reason why I don't spend a lot of time really learning things properly. And I just play general gaming. I just play Star Citizen's Alpha on a general basis. I'll jump in, I'll get to grips with the basics, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time really honing those skills because it will change, and you'll have to relearn. Not that that's, you know, the be-all and end-all. Of course, there are things about master modes that haven't worked, but that's not to say that the direction is wrong. There is still a lot more to come. Scott, you don't have to apologize, mate. Welcome. Like I said, by default, locks are engaged on. What it normally does is prevent exterior and some interior doors from being opened by non-party members. The Polaris, in particular, has no door locks. Okay. I wonder if there's something to do with when it gets claimed on insurance if it unlocks. I don't think it does it? Keel Block, welcome. We live in a time where people believe they need to react and that their opinion can... We do. Absolutely. Yeah. Raz, how you doing? It's like, of course everybody has an opinion, or can have an opinion, but it doesn't mean it's right, or relevant, or even necessary to voice that opinion. But people feel like they need to, or they have a right to. And of course, you know, you have a right to voice it, but it doesn't mean anyone needs to listen. They are like assholes, yeah. Oh, the station blew you up when you were scraping the Polaris. Oh, the station did. Just recovered your box torpedoes I took out earlier, and Deacon or anyone else who wants them. You've reclaimed your reclaimer. Will catch up. P.S. My comms are down. All right, fair enough. So I guess because you were salvaging it in an armistice zone, or were you trespassing in rough and ready controlled space? Maybe, I wonder. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that's it. A lot of people can only see what's in front of them, not actually like long term. What you know, what's to come. And I think a lot of people are just reactive in general. They react rather than actually think. And you know, in terms of content creation, they react and feel like they need to tell people. And then a lot of people feel like they need to be told what to think. And then you get this problem of a spiraling negative vibe. And of course, if that brings a lot of views, then it just continues on that way. And it's just this, it's like, oh my god, people don't truly feel that way. They've just been told to. Is the plan to take the Polaris to the surface of the planet to salvage? Actually, that might be a fun thing to try and do. If we can, like, send it... I'll have to jump off first. When we get to Obituary, I'll jump off and get my ship. But if we send it down planet side and just let it crash into the planet and then salvage it there, that will be fun. Hoons, how you doing? Welcome. Real Exodus, welcome. But that might be quite fun to watch. You always find the perfect example of Star Citizen refinement is the inventory. At the start, it was an infinite bag of holding available everywhere. There was a lot of fuss when it switched to localized inventories, and then later the drawers, and eventually the complaining fizzles out. Yeah, people are reactive to the change. People don't like change, so when something changes at all, it annoys people. Yo, Exodus, welcome. Twins. What are we talking about here, mate? Colo, welcome. Oh, yeah, people are civil about their opinion, and fair enough, of course. And, you know, I'm very much, I would respect everyone's opinion, of course. We can all have our own opinions. At the end of the day, it's really irrelevant based on just what CIG need to do. Not in every circumstance. A lot of the times they ask us for our opinion so that we can help shape the game. But in other circumstances, the direction is already predetermined. So it makes no difference how any of us feel, including myself. You know, there might be certain things that I don't like. If it gets fixed, or if it gets changed, I don't know. Fixed. But either way, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long you've been playing, you can have an opinion based on your experience, right? But at the same time...
I can't seem to jump.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of backwards knowledge that might not be known. Let me just check see if anything's turned on. Yeah, nothing was on. I've turned everything off, but, you know, just powering down should do that anyway. Can you give it one more go? And if it doesn't work, we can get out of here. I don't know if XP wants to salvage it. Up to you, mate. Enough coffee. Best way to get the right answer is to give out an opinion. If you just ask a question, no one will respond. Well, that's true. That's true. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Those making the loudest noise tend to get answered first, don't they? Which is a shame. Yeah, I'll come over to your ship again, Deacon, if you can't jump, mate.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I've tried power shifting and all that good stuff, but I can't seem to get.
It could just be that because we're in zero atmosphere, you can pull it, but technically you won't be able to jump with it unless it's about the size of a Connie or a Starlancer.
Yeah, it might be way too big.
Alright, I'm jumping out now.
It's only 11 million tons.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, really. Whoa, hold on, don't move. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I was pretty close.
I was just worried the Polaris was bumping my rear.
Oh, yeah, I think it might still be slightly moving. Right, I'm on board, mate. I'll take a seat in the back. Yeah, so I think you might be right. We're not able to quantum with it. So moving it in 0G, technically we should be able to because it's weightless, essentially. But we can't do anything else with it. Are we still towing it?
Yeah, I just wanted to move it outside the armistice zone so people could still salvage it.
Yeah, good idea. The cargo area, Riku, I can't show it right now because I'm inside the ship. But it's just a I'll show it once we land. It's just a drop down, a bit like the cargo area of a Constellation, where it's just a drop down panel, like flatbed, and then it raises back up again. It's handy though. It's a very decent little thing. Once we land, I'll show it to you. Mike, how you doing? Is it bug free? Yeah, flawless, mate. Not a problem at all. Oh boy, I think we know the answer to that one. Sure thing, Solent. Are you gonna scrape it, mate? What I've noticed is the same. It's the same, like 5 or 6 people in every single chat stream thread making the complaints. Yeah, and they just dot around, don't they? Trying to get people to agree to their opinion. I think there's a lot of that in the people. If you don't agree with someone, or if you don't have the same opinion, they don't like it, and it's like it doesn't matter. We do, Dale. Yeah, Flopper needs crew members. So if you're jumping in, by all means, let Deacon know your handle. He'll send you a party invite. And then I think Flopper, you're at Obituary, are you? Can the ship's beam...
Yeah, that was the problem. It was too heavy.
Oh, yeah, good. Can the ship's beam move the cargo? No, I don't think it can. Nice one, mate. No, I mean, it can... Sorry, it can move cargo. You can pick up cargo boxes with it, but you can't maneuver it to the point where you're putting it on and off of your bed. This is just a tow truck. So it just pulls. You can't manipulate the ship while it's being tracted. Yeah, they're unintended features of these bugs. So, sidebar question about the TOBII tracker: does it center your view on what you're looking, on what your eyes are looking at, or does it follow your head movements? It does both. So, if I have the head tracker on, I have no eye tracking at the moment, but you can go in and you can change it to be. Oh, wait. That must be classed as not seated then. Hang on. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my God. Let me just stand up. So. No, no. Christ. What did I do there? So, when you're... Oh, that is seated. And this is FPS. Oh, is it because I've got something disabled? That should be it. Why is it not working? What am I doing wrong here? Have I got something marked up that is stopping it? So if I'm using that... No, that's not it either. How weird. I don't know why it's not allowing me to change between the two. Essentially, this input mix is gaze being your eyes or head being your head. Generally, I think there's something that I've toggled, because I don't use eye tracking, I use head tracking. But you can have, full eye tracking, so you can keep your head still and just move your eyes, or, full head tracking, or somewhere in between based on, 0 to 100 or 1 to 99. But for some reason, I can't figure it out. I don't know what I've done there. You never understood that. Isn't the act of discussing things one of the most enjoyable things? Why would you hate people disagreeing? Well, exactly. But I think a lot of the time, like, a discussion is supposed to involve multiple viewpoints and opinions. And a lot of the time you get people complaining about something who are unwilling to hear an opposite opinion on both sides. You know, you've got the diehards, you've got sort of classed as the white knights, and you've got the opposite. And a lot of the time you get the ones that, you know, they don't want to hear either side. At the end of the day, for me, I kind of have a high-level understanding of what CIG are trying to do, right? Because I've been here so long, I watch and listen to everything. So a lot of the time I see comments, it's because of a lack of understanding or a lack of knowledge of what has been said, which is no fault of anybody's other than, you know, they just missed that sentence, that post from whenever. A lot of the problems, though, are the unwillingness to accept or learn. But to me, I've been doing this long enough now to just ignore it, because all that matters to me is what CIG's opinions are for getting this game sorted. I couldn't care less what everyone else thinks, what they want and whatnot. It's what CIG will create for the game that I've put my money into for Chris to create, you know? Of course, we have a way of influencing that in a way, but I want Chris's game. I don't want that person's game. I want Chris's game. So, yeah, for me, I'm just like, I just let people rant and rage in the background, and I'll just continue following development and enjoying the process. Jedi, how you doing? Welcome. What is my idea on possible updated Perseus? I haven't seen it. I don't know. I think if it's to do with like weapon loadout changes, it's certainly plausible, because when it was concepted, a lot has changed in many areas to where it is now. But yeah, until we see it, who knows? It could change massively. Yeah, I agree, Icy. I agree. It will be that game that we want. It's just going to take time to get there, and hopefully it'll be even better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, mate. I'll get off now. I'm just going to show... Could you lower the cargo bay just quickly and rise it up again? I'll just show what it looks like.
Sure.
Thank you, mate. So the cargo bay is... there, look. So it's just 12 SEU. Alright, raise it back up, please, Deacon. Thank you, mate. All mag clamped. And up it goes. Right, sir, you are freed. Oh, we're in your hangar, are we? Okay.
You can also put loose stuff on it, like ship guns and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, a nice little cargo box, that. Yeah, obviously, again, that whole, like, people wanting Chris to leave, or it's like, you don't really know what you're asking for there. It's just stupidity. That's what that is. Ignorance, isn't it? It's ignorance, is that they're reacting because they're emotionally unstable or unable to think logically. But that's another, like, there's certain, like, cries that I just think I'm just going to ignore it and keep going with what I do, because there is no point to listen to that kind of comment. Right, I'll claim it here, and then we'll get flying around and see what we can find. It's going to be a bit of a chill stream today, just looking for salvage, looking for what we can find. Not doing anything specific other than that, but hopefully we can find some interesting situations. I did Super Hornet as committed to the roadmap. Yeah. They do that though, don't they? No, exactly. You can't argue with stupid. So I just don't. It's like people who think they're, you're involved in some argument and you're like, no, I'm not. I'm not part of that, thank you. Being able to choose missiles at targets behind you with the TOBII is pay to win. Oh, to shoot missiles. Well, it's not pay to win because you could just use the reverse. You can use. I don't understand what you mean by pay to win, because you can use the in-game. You don't have to buy TOBII. You can just use a webcam, or you can just hold down, is it Z, and look to the left and fire it that way. I mean, it's definitely a benefit if you want to take on combat, and even just being able to look at the ship that as you're flying around. If you are hovering in a prospector and you're trying to mine a rock that's embedded between trees, being able to look around is beneficial. You've got to make your own magic. What I might do is, while this is just coming along, I might go and get myself a coffee. We've got a minute. We're going. We've got one minute. Let's go get a coffee. In your opinion, empty. Absolutely, mate. For you. Right, 2 minutes. Right. Should be claimable by now. Sweetheart, how you doing? You are available for Reclaimer Crew. Have we got him in yet? Are you joining Flopper? Right, let me get my ship. Chris, welcome. The entire military industrial complex is a pay-to-win concept at a national level. Why else would companies spend billions to develop better play? Well, true. Very true. But of course, with a game, though, we need to have that balance where there is no one ship to rule them all, I guess. But yeah, that's very true, of course. Right, hopefully this is going to work. Could have put a commercial up there, couldn't I? Should be receiving the into the AM clothing soon. They said they've sent them out. And that'll just be like a 60 to 90 second plug per stream. There we are, look. Buy these! Yeah, get a 5090, more FPS. Absolutely. What do I think will come with 4.1 Tallman? That's a good question, because I really, really don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't want to... I don't even know where to begin guessing, because obviously things like engineering, but I don't think that's coming. I have no idea. Give me some ideas. What do you all think? Justin, welcome. Recovering parts of your soul back. What's this in regards to? Oh, I'm having a good day. Yeah, thank you. You had to jump off today. None of the elevator doors were working. Sucks, but it makes me more excited for the next update. Yeah, absolutely. It is very much needed, isn't it? Nija, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Great. Melinko, welcome. Got a bit of a ship part sitting around there. But yeah, anyone who wants to join Flopper on his Reclaimer, we do need crew there. And he's got some food on board as well if you need it, so help yourself. Karian, that's like almost me, isn't it? Where are you all? Right, I am going to head down planet side in a second. How you doing, Nija? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's so hard to say what could come along because of the change in direction, because of, well, a lot of things, isn't there, really? So, I guess this will give us an indication as to where they're at with feature work, because that's the biggest question is well, we don't know what features they're going to be able to bring in, because obviously the focus is stability, but that's not to say features aren't being worked on, but I just don't know what they are working on. Why are you wanting to jump in, Nija? You let Deacon know your Let's go to, hang on. Let Deacon know your handle, and he'll send you an invite into the party. Right, what we got? Let's go to an arenas. In fact, no, hang on. Let's just see what's in the daylight first. I don't want to be salvaging in the dark. It gets a bit calamitous. So we'll go to Bueno Ravine. That's a Citizens for Prosperity. Heading to Bueno Ravine, everybody. Yo, Durwood, the TOBII eye tracker is 279 quid. Wait until it's on sale if you're planning to buy one though, because you can get it for about 220, 230. It's pricey. But yeah, you know, there's trade-offs between TrackIR, TOBII, including the price. And it's an individual decision, right? It's not that one is better than the other, it's that they all have various pros and cons. Shift, how you doing? And it's up for that individual to determine whether or not, you know, what meets that pro, what is the con. But that's why I shout out the when there's a sale, because to me the TOBII eye tracker is a device that I cannot play without. So I need it, right, in that sense. And I assume a lot of people feel the same way, but it's also a very expensive piece of technology for just head tracking. I think it's worth it for what it does and how it does it, but at the same time, if you can get it for like 15-20% off, then you should. By all means, buy it at full price. Obviously, everyone's finances are different, but I always try and find a deal whenever I'm buying anything. What we got here? Is that a Redeemer? Can't quite make out what that is. Is it Corsair? It is, and it's open. Are we decoupled or something here? It's flying very weirdly.
Is anybody else here something on the thing, or is that everybody?
At the moment, there might be more coming, but I don't know if they're in game yet. So just carry on as normal, and we'll let them come to us, mate.
Alright.
I think I'm coupled. What's? How'd you turn off decoupled? Oh, there we are.
Nothing special on it. No cargo.
All right, we'll keep looking around. I'm just constantly floating. It's C.
Doesn't MSR.
Oh, is it? Okay, what is that? What's up here? Oh no, that's a Gladius. We'll check further afield as well, because there might be other like pieces of ship that don't show up on the radar. Although I don't know, the sun's not going down, is it? It's just cloudy, I think. Yeah, the TOBII supposedly has a longer delay than, you know, the one-for-one tracking of Track IR, but I wouldn't say it's all that noticeable. For some people, if you're like, I wouldn't say if you have Track IR, you don't need to upgrade to TOBII, or you don't need to buy TOBII. It's you already have a decent job, you know, a decent thing to do it. Some people don't like the fact that Track IR is a physical thing that you wear, and it's it could be wired and so forth. Or is it wired? I don't know if it's wired. But yeah, for me, I love it. But there are DIY versions out there that you can choose. There's like 3 Gladius. I wonder if it's the same person that keeps coming back. I'm just going to check further out here to see if there's any dead pieces of ships lying around. Yeah, that's it. Prioritize. Sticks first. Head tracking next. I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, sometimes with these turrets and murder hobos, there are often ships just lying around that are not showing up on the radar because they're dead. So there's often plenty of salvage out there where you don't need to try and get on board, you don't need to, you know, turn off shields and things. Bit dark around here though.
Nothing on the ships.
Okay, roger. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
What location are you guys supposed to be?
We've gone to Bueno Ravine on Bloom. Oh, we've got these clouds rolling in there quite low to the ground, these clouds. Woo. Hey, welcome, drinkers. I think it was just C, actually. Unless I've somehow bound it differently. So cool with this low cloud cover. What the hell was that? That was weird. It just suddenly lit up. Yo, Sirin, welcome. Let me see if I can clear up some of these Gladius. Gonna see if I can take some of these Gladius, get scraping them and whatnot. Let's see. We've got quite a few around here, but I'll start with this one that's on my nose heading. What's that bigger one? That's the Corsair. There's a Connie there.
If you could soft up the Mercury and
Yeah, all right. I'll give it a go with the Connie, because that's obviously not going to be owned right now.
no, they're both hanging upside down.
It's a good sign. All right, where is it? There's the Mercury. Let me just go one there. I'll just go to one shield generator if I can. Oh, no, can't. Alright, we'll just go to one engine. Oh, okay. We can go to two engines. We don't need to... Anyway. Give me a few more rounds. Is the... Welcome, Monstar. Is the Vulture versus Fortune still raging? I have no idea. I do not care if it is. I prefer my Vulture anyway, irrelevantly, you know, regardlessly. But, of course, I certainly expect some people to prefer... the Fortune. But there's probably people still raging. I would be surprised if they weren't. We're not even taking these shields down yet. I've almost taken this shield face down. Hey, turret fire, is that at me?
That's my bad.
What are you done?
You see it, Peter, very much.
Alaskan, how you doing, sir? Alright, we've almost taken this shield down. Come on, weapons. And... Bolt! Yeah, exactly, Sandman. We've learned to just avoid it. Nice one. Right, we've almost... I don't think I can with my Vulture. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't think I've got enough firepower.
Okay, that's okay.
Will they shoot at me if I start shooting at them?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I best not risk it then, because I'll go pop.
They will do self-defense.
Right, okay.
Like the PDCs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, technically they are the same thing.
We'll get it eventually. It's a bigger ship for the for what I'm using to try and take it out, but we've got this shield facing down, so... Well, it's just slightly popping back up there. I'm going to try and keep the shields down now. A what?
Do we have anybody else coming in that could give you a hand?
I don't know.
or ship.
Yeah, who else is in the party and what are they bringing ship-wise? You have around 75 SU of RMC. It won't recognize it. I would say hold on to it until 402 comes along. And hopefully that will then allow you to sell it. But don't do anything with it yet. Is there any Star Citizen in the MSR? As in, like, is there a player in here? No. Oh, thank you, Solid. Sent us all 800,000 from the last Polaris that you ate up. That was a good find. Thank you, mate. Make sure that you are taking the vast majority of the income, though, because obviously you've got to pay for your ship and its running costs and whatnot. But yeah, as you know, when we're roaming around as a group. Whee! What was that, Deacon? Alright, grab it. Let's pull it out of here.
I was just saying she was getting red, and then you popped her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just in that time. Nice. Took a while, mind. I'll give you 5. No, 4 gently used double dogs for it. Very nice. Are they a bit fluffy? Hang on, have you got it? Oh, yeah, I see it. You're kind of just scraping it along the floor.
She's a bit of heavy girl.
Yeah, she is. I think you got her now, though.
How far do you want her out?
Just on this, just before this mountainside, I think is good. Just let it drop and I'll scrape her up. We'll probably fill my ship, though. But, Flopper, we could probably offload some SCU into yours. Oh, well, actually, we'll start by loading up Deacons. And then we'll load the rest into yours, if you like.
Copy.
Nice one. Having a salvage ship is going to be nice for running the next event, since one requires RMC. Oh, really?
Bottom first or the top?
Let's go with whatever it's landed. Bottom's fine. I wonder if I'll be able to flip it. I doubt it. Have I not set up my... Nope, that's open everything. Shit, that's... Shit. Wrong button. I don't know what my keybind is to switch to salvage mode. I must not have bound one. It was A1 on there. Interesting. I don't know why it's changed. It's not there. Alright, well, let me just bind one quick.
Just the middle mouse button.
Yeah, I just mean for my own sticks more than anything. I would rather have them set up so I can toggle. Salvage. Set salvage operating mode. Is that it? I don't think it is it? Maybe it is. Yeah, okay, that'll be it. Oh, there it is. Toggle.
Clicker.
And I'll have the same for that because I'm not going to be on a ship that does both. Lovely job, thank you. Alright, let's get salvaging, shall we? Ooh, I will toggle the abrade, though. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll be hopping inside your ship soon to get a drink anyway. Thank you, Les. I think Evil Muscle is waiting for an invite. What's your handle, Evil? He's on Twitch. Just keep an eye out for that, mate. After living with it for a while the Starlancer Max is a pretty good ship, it is a pretty bad cargo ship. Loading is difficult and cumbersome. I actually find it really easy, like really handy, especially that drop-down thing. In what way is it difficult? Evil Muscleman J is his name. I'm looking forward to you all seeing that. Well, you know, not all of you, because obviously it depends on who actually wants to see the video, but I'm looking forward to getting that camping video finished. It's just nice to have a different outlet for something like that. But yeah, hopefully it wouldn't take me too long. It was savage weather, though. Crazy how strong it was. Cheetah, how you doing? They wasted the central space in that Silencer Max. That walkway needs to be raised so that you have... That's actually not a bad idea, yeah. I suppose that is the downside of it, is that it kind of gets in the way a little bit, and you can't swap boxes over. I think that would be a great idea. But the difficulty there is that it leads in from the ground floor, does it? And is there a top floor there as well, or is it like to the entrance of that location? Run 7, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Exclamation DEF. How was your stream? Real deal. Welcome. I use an Atlas and can load the Starlancer Max with 7 contracts without difficulty. It does take some... Yeah, I kind of find it all right, but I do get the annoyance of that central gangway stopping you from flipping boxes over from one side to the next if you're at one side, having to go around to get them. It would be beneficial. This is so much more chill than sim racing live stream. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Are you going to be doing some racing in Star Citizen then? Like, not necessarily the Daymar Rally or whatever, but some racing cups and leagues and so forth. Are you interested in doing that? Ninja, thank you so much for the subscription, by the way. Beers and party players. Yeah, it's a bit awkward you can't get on the ladder. Like, if it was higher up, it would definitely need a ladder. The current sort of placement is an awkward size. You're definitely doing that at your sim racing. It'll be so cool when we have all the proper physics and all these different racing leagues for the different vehicles. Be that, you know, wheeled, two-wheeled, four-wheeled, Gravlev. The premise for racing in Star Citizen is huge. It already has a huge following, right? So, and it's just going to get more and more as time goes on. Yeah, exactly. The vehicle physics need to be more refined before it can really take off. Right now, it's frustrating to drive a ground vehicle for any length of time. Yes. Oh man, the atmosphere physics are for the flight model. Some of the things that I'm most excited for. I really cannot wait to see that realistic flight take flight, and stalling and thrusters do. Like, it'll make atmospheric flight and dogfighting feel much more like Top Gun. Can't wait for that. Hopefully that's something we'll see rolling out near term, but yeah, they are getting on with that now. Ups and downs on the Pyro contract, but we got it done. I'm going to lurk and learn some salvage, so keep it up. Thank you so much, Run. Glad you had a good time, mate. Yeah, it's nice when contracts do actually complete. It does help to progress. And thank you for the raid, by the way. Get a shout out for Run Up, please. Run 7. Yeah, VTOL will come into its own. Like with this ship, right? For now, I'm not using VTOL, but I will need to for this kind of flight. If I don't, it'll be harder to handle, and my thrusters, my maneuvering thrusters, will burn up quickly. They'll degrade. A hover car, yeah, that would be nice. Did I hear streets? You what? We need racing in Pyro as there is less ground clutter. Well, I'm hoping as we start seeing, Planet Tech version 5, which is something I think we'll see roll out with each patch incrementally when it starts. There should be less clutter in all areas, but more clutter in some. That makes sense. Oh, force feedback wheels, yeah. I bet you're already set up for that sim racing and I bet you're already like... When that comes in, I'll be there. Yeah, it's always annoyed me with Star Citizen ships that you can just do this. Annoys the crap out of me. It really does. Obviously, it makes this kind of thing real easy, but it also looks ridiculous. It feels wrong. People can just point their nose at you and shoot. So yeah, for me, it's been one of those long-term gripes, getting it where you have to think about your momentum and sustain that flight or whatever. Do I think it'll be playable by 2026? It's playable now, in all honesty. I think it'll just be more playable and consistently playable before 2026. This year, you know, we should see that sense of playability go up. It is already pretty playable. There are still, obviously, some pretty major issues, but I think 4.02 will be, hopefully, one of the most playable patches we've ever seen with all the fixes to the bigger outliers. But yeah, as each patch comes out, it should get more and more playable, and then by 2026, you know, I'm hoping before 2026, we should be playing consistently with very little problems. Be My Tracker reached out for a feature. They've contacted me, and I need to get in contact because it's something that I think will be beneficial for everybody. But I haven't tried it. A lot of the things, like when it comes to peripherals, I don't want to keep chopping and changing and having to do videos. You know, it gets frustrating having to set things up. Like I said the other day, it's why I don't do a lot of different peripheral swapping with, you know, companies wanting to send out sticks, because it takes a lot of time and effort to not only set them up, but get used to them yourself and spend enough time testing it, you know? But they seem to do a similar thing to what TOBII does, maybe even a cheaper version of it. So I will get in contact with them and get them to send one out and see about doing a review of one and see what it's like. They are, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know more about it than I do with peripherals, but flipping heck. I don't know how Noobified does it. I think a lot of it might just be he just doesn't consistently play over and over again, or he's fine for like quickly swapping things out. But for me, it's such a pain in the ass to just get used to everything. Like, I play for pleasure, right? I play for a lot of joy in games like Star Citizen. So when I'm having to constantly get readapted to a different peripheral every time there's a new one on the market, it's just like, no. Damn, Gideon, when do I think 1.0 content will start to come in? I mean, technically, it sounds like a bit of a cop-out answer, but all of this is 1.0 content. Like, everything they do is working towards that finish line, right? Or starting line. I don't know how to refer to it, really. But, yeah, in terms of, like, specific 1.0 content, I don't know. I guess I don't think it's going to be and now we're starting to do 1.0 stuff. It's all working towards that. As much as it sounds like a bit of a funny answer, it is the right answer. They're always working towards 1.0. So everything they do is for that. But obviously we will test that in the PTU before it goes live, or before they flip that switch, I suppose. I mean, they'll probably have to have 1.0 live before they flip we're now a sort of a viable sale product, because obviously the concurrency needs to be tested when we get a live version versus a PTU. So I think we'll have 1.0 in live, like we're playing now, for a duration of time before they're like, okay, now we're flipping that switch. It's good for making a living. Like the affiliate links, etc., can generate a fair bit. Silver living, yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of my income comes from affiliates, and the benefits of that. It's definitely helpful. Will all features be completed by 1.0? No. Technically, all features that are slated for 1.0 will be completed, but there's still a lot of things to come post 1.0. But they'll probably take whatever the 1.0 features are and finish them to what they need to be, and then introduce more stuff. Oh, you're all right, Evil. If it's have you gotten in yet? Yeah, yeah, even the current elevator fixes, that's just a band-aid for now.
Ryan, come take, come get something to drink and eat.
Oh shit, yeah, good point. Good point. It's a good job you're keeping an eye on me there. Yeah, I'm suffering.
Park the rear here.
It's alright, I'll just put it down where I can. That was a bit of a hard slap. Yep, wrong way. Yeah, I think so. She hasn't complained yet, anyway. There's sweetheart. Is that a Zeus? I think it's a Zeus. Man. Never get tired of this. Flipping heck. I saw a Zeus before I saw a Reclaimer. Nice. Oh, nice one, Deacon. Good thinking. Mr. Rat, how you doing? Been busy testing 402 to see how that's been running. How have you found it? Any good? Under the bed, I think he said. I've got coffee. Yeah, is that Connie over Bueno as well?
So I can't approach the outpost, so we might need someone to tow it over for us.
Yeah, we'll. What I'll do is I'll scrape the RMC off this, and if you want to munch it up so it doesn't take up all my room, and then I'll do the same with the Connie, blast it, and then tow it out here. I think that'll be too big for me to munch up anyway. I'll focus on the smaller ships.
Copy.
Nvidia, how you doing? Oh, what's up? Some banana. Also, sorry, Mac, I know I haven't been here before. I only watch YouTube, but if I chat too much, just tell me. Nah, you don't at all, I see. If you've got any questions or you want answers, you know, I say answers, I can't always guarantee I can give an answer, but you do not need to apologize. In fact, I encourage people to ask questions. Come on, bottle. You know what? F it, let's put it away. Ubu! That was heaven.
One of your turrets could solve that then I can drag it. I can't drag it, but you can ask it.
Deacon, are you able to send a friend request to Evil Muscle Man J? What's happening here?
I can't send a friend request while I'm in the game.
Oh, yes, of course. Hang on, I'll get him to send a friend request to you. Evil, could you... So, Deacon underscore, just the same as his name on here, Deacon underscore Frost. Send him a friend invite, and then he'll be able to invite you. We can't do it while we're in-game, unfortunately. It just doesn't allow it. That's better. What was happening there? Got a bit of sunlight left, I think. I think it's going down, though. Yo, Tricks, welcome. Are panels or ships better to salvage money-wise? Probably panels. I think panels are probably more consistent because they're missions with markers that you can go directly to and scrape. But they're less fun. They're less random. You don't find any weapons or items or other things you can scavenge from them. You don't find any cargo. So personally, I prefer to just focus on finding things naturally in the verse rather than taking on a mission. But yeah, just do what you like doing. If you enjoy doing the panel stuff, like if money making's your game, then focus on the panels. If yeah, I would say that's probably the quicker earner. That will 100% change when construction materials actually become useful for base building crafting. Yeah, well, I think all these crafting materials will be needed to be refined and separated and then split and used. Split and separated, the same thing, by the way. Dolkurth, welcome. Can anyone help out a noob? I am in my ship and the controls are not working. It seems I am stuck in the cam mode. Wherever I point my mouse, I look away. Try pressing F, maybe, first. Or Z. Yeah, try hitting Z. That could be that you're stuck in a thing. Did you ask me to shoot it there, Deke, or was that Flopper?
One of you.
Oh, sweetheart, you could try shooting that Connie if you don't mind, mate. Overtune the Gladius, as in, like, give it a big old buff. Lol. They may do. They may, for the game, though, have it. Well, actually, I would think so, because it's supposed to be the military-specific version, isn't it? So a lot of stuff we'll get in Squadron will be military-specific and not something that can be necessarily obtained in the civilian market. So, yeah, I would think so. Welcome, Trent. How you doing? AKA Shaker. Yeah, should we be concerned? Is it Z? Excellent. Thank you, guys. Question is it a bug when you change quantum drive components? The jump drive, you have to put the jump drive back in. What's going on here? Is this my shader stuff? Oh, I think it might be this. I think it is a bug with the whole jump drive thing. Yeah, I don't know specifically, but I think it's... I'm sure I've heard something about that before. I can't remember, though. Anyone help Highway with that question there? I can't recall. A lot of the time, this flickering is to do with the UI. Hopefully that'll have it. Well, yeah, not necessarily like a military variant for the Gladius, but more the hardware on board, like the scanner, the weaponry, maybe the components. You know, it'll be to a military spec. A bit like the multi-tool, for example, that we saw. There's a military multi-tool. They have the better technology than the civilian market. And I think the idea of acquiring that as a civilian is probably more going to be related to reputation with the UEE and so forth. But yeah, I think that's the idea there. Yeah, when everyone says, "Is it a bug?" Yep. Don't even think about yep. Ubersmith, welcome. Hopefully someday they replace panels with wrecked ships. Just get bored doing panels. Well, I mean, I don't think they need to, but at the same time, I certainly expect, like, they probably won't ever need to do panels. They could just link the missions to work with ships themselves, right? Derelicts and things, but there's going to be plenty of NPC ships, player ships, just dotted around for the taking. Cybin, thank you so much for the 28-month resub. Beers and party players, thank you, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? You've been here a while. What am I on about? It's like you've just arrived. You haven't. I am bronze. Oh, beautiful. Three-in-one multi-tool, yeah. I am looking forward to more like bespoke tools for certain jobs, and I know they when they said about the engineering stuff about malfunctions and having more hands-on tactile methods of solving the malfunctions, then they were like, well, we don't want to overcomplicate things, so if we feel like it needs more of a hands-on and less of a beam interaction, then we will, but we might not. I'm kind of hoping they're not just sort of like planting the seed for this idea that with engineering they're going to keep it all beams. I don't think so. And, you know, I certainly want more of a meaningful, like, bespoke method for dealing with one malfunction versus another. Not necessarily every single malfunction needs something, but, yeah, I'd rather it be a little bit more in-depth so that it gives that skill. But I get a lot of people will feel differently about that. Nice. 222210. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. Do you know a way to fix not being able to carry bottles to drink? I don't know a fix for it, but the way I do it is I try and put it in my inventory, then I put it on the floor, and then I pick it off the floor into my hand and then drink it. It's a pain in the ass having to do it that way because you can't just grab it out of a box. But yeah, just stick it on the floor, like drag it to the floor, and then it should work. It's a bug, is it, Cody, with the jump drive? Yeah, I mean, it certainly sounds like it, with them half implementing certain engineering features, you know, the quantum drives getting updated. Maybe they aren't doing good after watching your stream for a while. What's that, TOBII King? Yo, Wing, how you doing? They've said that at a higher level of rep, criminals will be able to forge new registration for stolen ships. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I 100% expect them to do, you know, the opposite. So a legal side, you can... I mean, the fact that they've outlined it on the illegal side is more confirmation to me that there will be a legal version of that. So if you find fair salvage, a ship that has been claimed on insurance, no longer legally owned by anybody, you should be able to take the reg tag to a location and pay to have that legally bound to you. What is this flickering? So yeah, that would be very nice, and being able to claim ships that way. You still have to pay for them to, you know, to get the registration so that it's legally yours, but it obviously won't be as much as a proper ship. So you could essentially, and there were actually reclamation missions coming. Hang on, let me just try changing this UI. Oh, that's not done it. I don't know what it is that's doing that. It's really annoying, though. But yeah, there was like a ship restoration mission in the works that we heard about. But essentially, you could find it. Let's say, for example, you find this ship lying around, missing all the components, missing a wing. You could tow it back, get it claimed as your own, fix it up, and restore it back to, you know, a decent standard. Oh, I see, Tamala. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, the brain has moved on since. Yeah, that's true, Run 7, about the medical beds getting, like, food and drink. I'm hoping that will somewhat go away. I don't like that it's just super easy to get all that. I was saying that, you do miss out on all the buffs, though, so it's kind of like an IV drip where you get replenished, but it immediately starts dropping again. It should be cheaper than... Yes, absolutely.
Filling up food and water in the med bed, it drains really fast.
Yeah, so if you've done it that way, it drains faster than any actual physical food or drink. Or the buffs that you obviously don't get the buffs either.
4 or 5 times faster.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
If you take clean, good water, like that vessel water and sandwich, holds like 3 or 4 times longer than...
Wow. So if you drink actual bottled water and food and whatnot, or eat food, it lasts 4 times as long as using the medical bed. That's some interesting information I didn't know. I think we're almost done with this side. Might need you to flip her in a second, Deacon, if you don't mind, mate.
Did anybody need food from me?
I'm good for now. Oh, what happened, Flopper? Did you crash out or something, mate? Message of the day. We are currently working on a 402 release candidate build for potential release of it. Yeah, thank you. Oh, for a potential release later today? Oh, PTU. No, they said later this week, 90s for a live release. Yesterday's build was for a release candidate for later this week, so I'm assuming it's Thursday, Friday, most likely Friday. Yes, the Vulture has VTOL. If you look there, look, no step. What's going on here? Oh, there we are. So, I think that's VTOL's off. VTOL's on. Yeah. Thegadeacon? Oh, wait, it's just flipped back over again. What's going on? Where's it going? Actually, let me just see if I can flip it with my tractor beam.
She's a bit heavy.
Oh, in that case, I probably won't be able to. I could probably try helping, though. Yeah, mass exceeded. Yeah, mass exceeded immediately. Well, we can leave that one for Flopper. I've gotten most of the goodies off of it anyway. Oh yeah, she's a tough one. You F4'd. Oh, trying to fix the drinking thing. Fair enough.
There you go.
Hey, hang on. It might still flip yet. Okay, you got it. Nice one.
I brought you an A1 as well. Gun is here too.
Well, there's an A1 there, is there? Nice. Sure thing, I see. Enjoy your food, my friend. We'll catch you next time, hopefully. Have a good one. Grizzly, Stephen Grizzly, welcome, by the way. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. And Simply Masterful, I haven't said hello to you yet either. How you doing? Oh, man, I hope we see weather roll out this year. I would just sit inside my ship for hours, just watching weather roll in, roll out. Bit close there, I think. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see the roadmap this tonight. We've got 402 update like information. We'll have 4.1 and maybe some other updates coming this year. And then, is it Supply or Die inside Star Citizen tomorrow? Not overly fussed about that. Like, these in-game events I'm interested in hearing about, and if they take my interest, then I'll play them. But a lot of the time, I'm kind of just fine doing my own thing. I prefer doing my own thing than, you know, the narratively created stuff, just because I like to do certain things. You can talk with me, whoever you are. And yeah, by the end of the week, we should see 402 live, which will hopefully fix a huge chunk of problems that we're all dealing with at various times. So we've got some good things this week. And once things get a bit more consistent with, you know, things like falling through the planet and whatnot, then I will certainly get back to doing my off-grid stuff. Like I say, I tried recording one maybe a couple of weeks back on 401, and I just fell through the planet after a long time looting. At Bueno Ravine, in fact, I was at this location, and I'd gone running around, found some really cool stuff. Loading it into a cyclone that I'd found in a box, driving it over back and forth to my ship, And then I went into a building and just fell through the planet, and I was like, nah, not quite time yet. Yo, Fattius, how you doing? When are we going to be able to name ship hulls? I don't know, because they said that they're still working. I mean, it's not a priority by any means, so it's probably going to be a little while yet. But they need to figure out how the words and letters scale based on the amount of letters being used and, you know, the ship hull. So I'm not expecting it anytime soon. But I don't know what I would call my vulture. Scrapey McScraperson. No, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Talking of a live possible end of week, I am happy to see they have fixed in and out side doors on Freelancer Max, but right MFD for self-state is still missing a few bits. Oh, okay. There's a lot of fixes, but yeah, there's definitely not got all of it, has it? Recap, 07. Hopefully we get a performance improvement on the MFDs. It's a 33% frame hit. Yeah, there's certain UI that is very unperformant friendly. It's just, it can kill the UI massively sometimes.
You left for the replacement?
It's this one here. I'm just, if you want to take it, by all means grab it. The one I'm looking at now. I'll get on with something else. There's a bit of RMC to grab, but it'll take you 2 seconds in that, I suspect, and then you can just chomp it all up.
If you want to finish doing the RMC, that's fine. We can just look around for more.
No, you're all right. I want to focus on the smaller ships. If I gather up the smaller ships, take them out of here, and destroy them, you focus on the bigger ships, then we can at least clean the area up while making some good moolah as well.
Copy.
Yeah, and you've got a constellation over here as well, I think.
I also brought your little Mustang, Ryan. I don't know how much meat there's on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll focus on these small ones. Same with the A1. We can't get the bombs off the A1, can we? I think we tried the other day and it just wouldn't happen. I think I remember trying the other day and it just wouldn't come off. We can give it a go, though, because they'll be worth a lot. Ah, okay. Salvage party. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a salvage party. Yeah, it's probably not worth the risk. Max Scrapper, yeah. Are you still not able to get in, Evil? Did you send Deacon a friend invite? If you send... So, Deacon_Frost. So... Oh, he's not seeing your invitation. Ah, yeah, that's a known issue. Try sending me an invite. Ryan SMB. I'll see if I can see it, but when I was party lead, I couldn't see anybody. It wasn't giving me the actual names of anyone, which is annoying. Yeah, by all means, recap. Send Deacon and has Deacon got your deeds? Oh, well, that's strange. Question is there any cargo in here, actually? Does this Mustang have any cargo in? Have you checked? Yeah, nice one. Do you want me to flip it over? Oh, I'll scan it, hang on.
Not much left of that poor Mustang now.
Yeah, they obviously got into a bit of bother. Nah, nothing's coming up. Oh, that's a bit bright. You sent it. Let me have a look then. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not getting it either. I think it's just... There's a problem. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't allow... On Friday, are you about on Friday, Evil? We can try and do it then. Maybe try and get you in early doors if it's a system that sort of breaks as time goes on. But yeah, this is, you know, we need that social refactor as well, where these sorts of things can work properly. Sorry, mate. Eagle, how are you doing, sir? How is the business, should I say? All good, I hope. All right, let me get this chomped up, I think. How did I allocate a button to it? No, maybe I didn't. I don't think I did anyway. No. Okay. In that case, what's the button again? Fracture. That's it. We'll do that one. The business is blooming. Booming. On the wings again. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, sorry, Evil. It's not working at the moment. It's probably, once I get back to something like the menu, I'll probably see it. Oh, does it not need fracturing? I guess it might not need fracturing. What's the button for it again? Oh, there we go. It's weird.
Has anyone begun striking the clock?
I don't think so.
Is it okay if we take that one?
Yeah, sure.
Ah, there we are. Okay.
I think Ryan wants the spirit.
No, you're all right. Grab the spirit. It's a little on the big side for me. It's doable, but I've already got half a SEU
No,
hold.
he was asking about the Connie. Then you can take the spirit.
I don't think I've got room for it. I'm gonna try and focus on the smaller ones.
Room for 6 boxes, I think.
All right. Oh, we can unload now then. In fact, let me get loaded up with what we can of the spirit then, and we'll load it up. It's just here somewhere, isn't it? Oh yeah. Here she is. So today will be an article. Tell me about it. It'll be a post on the roadmap. Hold on, have I been moving these about a bit? So it's a roadmap update. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay, there we go. Come on, out of there. Out of there. No. Try putting them away, bringing them out again. Yeah, it's a roadmap update, and then tomorrow it will be a video inside Star Citizen. Yeah, imagine Star Citizen, but it actually works. Oh my god. What have I done here? There's some buttons that I've been pressing that I might have set up. Oh, I can't remember. Whatever. We'll just angle it a little bit. Maybe, Eagle. I don't know if I'll have time for a call, mate, but by all means, send a message and I'll get back to you. I very rarely have time to sit in a call, I'm afraid. There's always something to be getting on with. Yeah, give me a DM and I'll get back to you there, mate. But no, I'm looking forward to getting back on the experience. Be a lot of fun. It's such an exciting premise. Proper passenger transport, not even NPC transport. Yeah, sure thing, recap. NM St, welcome. STI, I call my reclaimer melt some good. I like that. You found many derelict ships sitting around ground bases in Stanton. Yeah, there's plenty everywhere. In fact, there's, you know, not even... Like, these ships, they show up on the radar because they've most likely just been abandoned. But I think what will be more commonplace versus abandoned ships in the future, especially as, you know, there's less... there'll be less incentive to just leave ships lying around and actually get them repaired. It'll be more ships that have been destroyed, so pieces of ships, parts of ships that have been destroyed and bounced and on the outskirts of places that don't show up on the radar. But I'm hoping when we start to see this new radar and scanner system coming out, that we'll have a bit more bespoke scanners for, like, salvaging ships, being able to find pieces of ship to salvage versus a mining ship scanner that will be, you know, bespoke for mining. Because right now all scanners generally do the same thing, but each ship has different purposes. And you'll be able to swap those scanners out as well, so you can, you know, take a prospector out with a salvage scanner, if that's your, if that's what floats your boat. But yeah, it's like right now we're finding these abandoned ships because there's no long-term consequence to it. As time goes on and we get closer to a finished version of the game, there will be a lot more incentives to keep your ship and get it repaired rather than just leave it, which in turn will feel like less salvage available. But actually, what will happen is just pieces of ships will be lying around rather than full ships that can be scanned. Unless you have the appropriate scanner, I guess. Your Apollo and your E1. The Apollo's going to be nice. I mean, passenger transport's going to be a lot of fun anyway. I do look forward to that. But yeah, Eagle's taking it to the next level with real people in an 890 jump, not even NPC stuff. Yeah, it'd be nice to see a range of different salvaging ships. At the end of the day, they don't have to sit with one... That's actually what I liked about the Vulture. Not like, I prefer my Vulture, but I like that there is more choice in the salvaging front, and that will be applicable to every profession. Different manufacturers with different, with the same style of ship or use case. I need a wee. Just having a piddle. I'll leave you with that view for now. I won't bother going to the actual toilet. We'll break immersion, I'll just pee in my pants. Anyway. That'll do. Right, I'll be back in a sec. But I'm bursting. Oh, just a big old ship munching away. I think it will be a mixed bag of passengers if it's mission based. What's that for? Oh, do you mean like for the E1? Oh, yeah, quite likely.
Yeah, it was 2 messages. I accidentally hit enter.
Oops, wrong button. But yeah, I think the majority of people will be passengers will be NPCs because it'll be fulfilling that you know, the ship with the type of passenger, but there will certainly be players in that. And I think it'll just open up the potential for hardcore Zero to Hero, or at least allowing them to bring out a game package where you don't need a ship. That would be so cool, where you can just, you want to get off-world and you can finally save up and pay for travel to get somewhere else, and you know, you pay a player who has a Starliner to take you to a whole new system. You might have a friend in a different location that's like, come work with me, I've got, you know, work for you.
Times I've had new players that just want to see the birds.
Yeah, like a tour.
Yeah, they just want to see the different planets and moons.
Yeah, not everybody wants to fly.
But don't have the balls to try doing the jump.
Yeah, of course. But that's it, not everybody even wants to be a pilot, you know. Some people are happy just being a crew member and sort of going around that way, which is completely understandable. Did you get recaps, Starbirdo? Did you get Starbirdo's friend request, Deacon? I don't know if friend requests are even working at this point.
I haven't got any friend requests with Andy.
No. Probably all bugged. Yeah, sorry, recap. I don't know what's happening with the party system or the friend system, but the scrap rat, is that what you've called your ship flopper? But for some reason, party invites are not coming along. We might have to do the same thing where we just wait until Friday and get you in then. I don't know what's happening with it. Oh, Skipper, how you doing? Good afternoon.
Want to try and flip on?
Oh, shit, no, I'm overloaded. I need to unload. I don't know how long I've been overloaded for. You find a spot to put down, I'll come near you. Yo, Lieber, some ships you could, yeah. When they were testing the waters with it, certain ships had that option, but they found that there was a problem with the way that the letters scale. So they haven't opened it to other ships yet. Eventually all ships will be able to be named, but yeah, at this time there is a select few. I'll lob them over. I don't know if I've... Oh, hang on. I don't know if I've got a good spot to put it down there.
Yeah, you should be able to park. I left room for you.
Where was the intention for the room? Over here.
Yeah.
Let's put that rock between us. Between our arms.
When I imagine they
Ah, nice.
with the passengers, I imagine 2 types of NPCs going from A to B, and then maybe a touring take you from A to B to C to B.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can, like, when you are picking them up, you can, like, be global, like, I take off in 10 minutes with NPCs if anybody wants to join, and then they can come on board and pay you.
Well, yeah, you'll have to buy a ticket to get on the flight. And then, yeah, they... So the NPCs will obviously just fill up as you would expect. And the... hang on. Players will also need to buy a ticket. But, yeah, there'll be different Starliners set up for different things. You'll have some that are set up for... passenger transport, A to B. Some that are more touring, some that are luxury. I mean, that's what the 890 jump is for. It's a luxury tourer, isn't it, as well? Yeah, we're having our windows cleaned, apparently. Usually we get a message the day before. Do you know what's weird, though? My window cleaner followed me on Instagram. I don't know how he knows who I am. It's very strange. You guys catch any of the jump drive playtests? No, what's that? Yeah, prison transport, that's another one. If you're my window cleaner and you're watching, reveal yourself. Well, not right now, because... No. Yeah, it depends on what the E1's set up for. Mob bosses.
They can go in Cuddy Blue.
Castellian, how you doing? Welcome. You're full. Righty up. You can find my Instagram. It's just SuperMacBrother. Yeah, I'm like, how do you know what my Instagram is? He doesn't even know what I do for a living. I don't understand it. It's very strange. I've never spoken to him about it. He must. All I can think is he's a backer, and he's a viewer, and he's just like, oh, I know that person. But then I don't know how he knows who. I don't know. I don't get it. I forgot to ask him. All right, I think we're good there. Oh no. Got some construction materials coming out as well. Alright, are we good there?
We could use some more food and water, right?
Yeah, I'll come and grab some once I've done this. Yo, Tim, how you doing? Sponge gets thrown at my face. Yeah, I was just confused. I thought it was heavy rain, but it was one of those extendable washing poles. I mean, I assume it's the window cleaner. It could just be a random person with a brush washing the windows. Can you hear me on local by any chance?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
Can you hear me on local?
Yeah, fine, yeah. Oh, I know. Anyone that uses the term promised when it comes to Star Citizen, it grinds my gears. Like, people make shit up all the time, right? Best place to sell RMC and construction materials and Pyro. I don't know myself, but if someone does know, let Flopper know. XP, you'll probably know, won't you? So yeah, old Canadian gamer. This is how I do it. I drag it into my inventory. I then go into the location where I can see the floor. And then I drag it to the floor. Like that. And then it appears. And then you carry it. Annoyingly, you can't just pull it straight out and drink. Yeah, exactly. All subject to change. Never a promise. Although, John Crew did promise the Polaris. That was taking a risk. Oh, refreshing. I need some food as well, don't I? Oh, actually, I've got a bar on me. Oh, good, I've got a bar. Let me just drink that. You found me, Arms. He's on to me. There it is. Poof! Magic. Magic granola. Too bad Star Citizen doesn't exist. Oh my lord, yeah, just... That's the stuff that I just try and ignore. Just gonna get a little bit more from your cupboards. From cupboardses.
Looks like it's Sears Candy has the best prices.
Okay, there you go, guys. Sears Canyon Flopper is probably where you want to go for that. Actually, I should take another drink as well, thinking about it.
Looks like it's a headhunter's outpost.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to consider that based on the last thing we did. I'm just going back out. I don't know if you want to be on the elevator at the time. Bye-bye. You were promised that there would be no promises, Alzanor. I just can't with that one. S tier stalking skills. Yeah, yeah. It was like, oh, how am I going to find your Instagram? My Instagram's called this.
Why is it?
Found you. Or endgame radio. Academy, how you doing? Yeah, not too bad today, mate. We're just filling up on RMC and stuff. I wonder when we're going to see the ladder interactions. You know, being able to do stuff on it. I don't know. Maybe. It might be worth just bunching it together and then chucking it in a bigger ship to move in one go. It might be worth taking it back to a... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, well, what we can do is just drop it all off in yours. Oh, actually, I can drop it off in mine and then call it up in yours, can't I? And then we'll just get, like, the Star Lancer. What I might do is just move around where it's daylight rather than continuing on in the dark. We'll leave what we've left here and crack on somewhere else. You tried to get 2 friends into Star Citizen recently. Both refunded after 2 hours because they got stuck in elevators. Fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, you know... I get it. I get it. It'll get there, of course, but yeah. Hopefully this year is the year that we can start pulling people in consistently, like friends, you know, and show it to them. Yeah, playability is a scale, absolutely, and everybody is so different. That's why, you know, when people come in and they say, should I play Star Citizen, should I buy the game? It's like, I don't know. You tell me. It's not a black and white answer, and it very much is dependent on an individual. And there's no wrong answer. Like, if you're an impatient person, that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine, and it might not be for you. You do have to have somewhat the patience of a saint to play Star Citizen. It is, yeah, instant gratification. It's a modern problem that a lot of people are losing the ability to be patient for things. I do agree with that. This is live, Tim. Yeah, we're on the live servers right now. I'm hearing them giggling downstairs. What are they doing? Maybe we go to Shepherd's Rest. I'm heading over to Shepherd's Rest. It's a CFP location, and it's just starting to get daylight there. We'll just scoot around. I'm not going to try and completionist all of these ships that I find. I'm just trying to help remove some while making money doing it. Yeah, we should see 402 go live this week, though, Tim. It's expected later this week, it says, so I'm assuming Thursday by the earliest, but most likely Friday. Yeah, Durwood, that's the thing, you know, as much as, like, as I've said in the past, the alpha, like, what we get to play is a real double-edged sword. I'm happy we've got it because I do love playing it and I enjoy playing it. So I would rather have it than not. But at the same time, it can put people off. It can be annoying for anybody playing, be that, you know, new players, old players. But the actual process of following development, what are they laughing about? The process of following the development like this, I've never experienced that in seeing a game come to fruition. And a lot of the time, like, you know, with Grand Theft Auto 5, I was watching that every time there was an update for like 2 years before it actually released, and it was painful because there wasn't a lot of updates. You don't get to see much of it. So I actually really enjoy being able to see everything come along. Are you on your own PC now, 1inch? Yeah, I would say just hang on and wait for 402, because I think if you jump in now, Tim, if you haven't been jumping in, you're probably going to suffer a bit with some problems that will hopefully be rectified when, you know, 402 comes along. So if you've not been playing, just kind of wait, you know. Yeah, thank you, Wonko. How you doing, by the way, mate? We're another PTU patch tonight, but it's not ready for prime time. Again, it's likely going to be coming to prime time around end of the week. Let's just let the sun come up here while we sit and wait by this water's edge. Man, there's some nice places. So many nice places in bloom. We'll just let there be a bit more sun, because I'm going to scoot around, see if I can find any, not necessarily ships that are popping up on the radar, but at least ships that are in pieces. I love the sound of the SRV. There's something, I mean, I don't know if it's just Argo in general, but the sound of the SRV itself is amazing. Imagine having to just drop work, like, you know, like you're busy working on something. Yeah, like a crane on a ratchet or something. But like a weather front coming in, and you have to stop what you're doing and just wait for it to pass. Have to be next Monday when you're free, or Sunday night. Yeah, I would say Sunday night should be fine. But I'll be live on Friday if you want to pop in then and you know, streaming, jump in then. Yeah, I think Argo will have a starter ship. I think Argo would do a great starter ship. But they are mostly industrial based, so I think a lot of them will be, you know, maybe hold Argo back for that kind of thing rather than starter stuff, but I'm down for it, you know. No wipe for 402. No intended wipe, should I say. E-Hawk. The hard part is when CIG puts out a decent patch that runs well enough, and then it breaks with the next one. Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of been the way, hasn't it? So hopefully, going forwards, with playability, stability, that kind of stuff, we will see a lot more, a lot less of that happening. But nothing is like Star Citizen. Yo, Wolf, how you doing? No, Monarchs you can go without a planet, without a helmet. Pyro 4, I think you can. I think they've sort of retconned a few of the Pyro planets to be, you know, hospitable. Yeah. Monarchs, yeah, thank you, Apoc. It is gorgeous. It is one of my favourite places, which is the trade-off. It's a dangerous place. You woke up to a £5 lotto win. Woo! What are you putting that towards? But hard to predict when the new bugs... What new bugs come out with 402, so be patient. Yeah, absolutely. Then a yearly gameplay video. A tech demo, then a yearly gameplay video. No, absolutely. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Where have you been, Apoc? What have you been doing? We've just been chilling out on Bloom, trying to get some salvage. Just waiting for the sun to come up a little bit more so that I can see what's around. Because if it's dark and the scanners don't pick up the broken ships, it's hard to see them. Not seeing much around. I'm up and back in again. I mean, I love this vehicle, the way it's got this open access door. Just can't get up the stairs. You just can't take a step up. There we go. Non-aggressive starter ship. Well, yeah. The thing is, we have entry-level industrial ships like the Vulture, the Fortune, the Prospector. They're like industrial starter ships, but obviously they can earn instantly, so they have a bit of a higher price tag. So I don't think we'll see like an Argo starter. I mean, we probably will see an Argo starter ship that is intended to be Very nice. Can't resist. That will be used for, you know, just starter stuff, but whether it'll have a, another purpose is yet to be seen. Right, I'm just looking for bits of ships, Deacon. If you see any bits of ships, let me know. There might be some just dotted around. There was one here. We've got some landing gear there. I wonder if I can clean up landing gear, actually. That might be helpful for people. Oh, hello. What's this? Are these buildings? Oh, yeah. There's landing gear and all sorts of just rubbish lying around that if I can clean them up, that'll be doing a good service. It doesn't seem to want it. Oh! Hey, there's a box down here. Let's see what's in it. Might be whoever's ship this was, it got destroyed and they dropped a box. No idea about so it doesn't come this year. Is that what you mean, E-Hawk? Like, where is it going to be? I want to see what's in it first. Is it, or is it actually a... I think it, actually, it's probably something, isn't it? Oh, it's processed food. I thought it was one of those... Hey up, who's firing? Oh shit, Deacon, what the hell? Who's that? Deacon, what happened? Is that a player? Shit, we might need backup here, boys. Do you need a pickup, Deke? Oh boy. What's going on? Deplorable, thank you so much for becoming a channel member, my friend. Beers and party, please. Much appreciated. You're dead. Uh-oh. Who's this? Oh boy. Swaz. We're not in a good place here. This is not good. This is not good at all. Oh boy, we're going down. There's no way we're getting out of here in time. There, we're down. We're going. This is going to be an interesting fall. Swaz, I think his name is. Is it Swaz or Smoz? We need to add him to the murder hobo list. Was it Swaz? I think. Here we go. We're off down. Ooh, we certainly need to keep up with keeping security with us. Live and learn. Live and learn. Did we get his name by any chance? It's been an honor, gentlemen. Never could reach ladder on the Reclaimer, so went for the Hornet to soft death better, blew up leaving the hangar, woke up in New Babbage, calling it a... No, fair enough, sweetheart. If things like that go wrong after wrong after wrong, it is definitely time to bail. I don't know if they're watching the stream. In some circumstances, probably, but in most, it's not. They were just in the right place at the right time for what they wanted to do. Was it Swaz? Let's add him to the list. Oh, we're back in New Babbage. I guess I've not That's weird. I guess I've not transferred my... my... what do you call it? Yeah, that's weird. I guess we didn't use a space station. We just kept using the Polaris, didn't we? That was in Pyro. Yeah, that was in Pyro. Yeah, the imprint. I'm guessing I didn't transfer the imprint. I thought I did because I didn't start at a space station, but I don't think I ever sent it to a space station. It was always in someone's Polaris that we did it. Right, so keep an eye out for Swaz, guys. He is fair game. Fair game if you are in a, if you want to take him on. Frood, how you doing? Welcome. Carlos, by the way. 07, welcome. I need to get myself kitted out. There we go. No, you're all right. I'm quite happy to just spend some time in Stanton, actually. I was thinking of coming through today, but figured there would be a lot more salvage opportunity in Pyro. But I'm still looking for my Hornet Mark 1 stuff. The trouble is, most people are using Mark 2s, so it's gonna be a rarity to find it. But I don't want people gathering it for me. I want to, you know, find it myself. The hunt is part of the joy for me. Let's have a look for a smallish chest piece. In fact, I'll stick with that for now. I'll get, if I've got one, I'll get a multi-tool. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's go with that. And that. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just in the menus right now, but I can hear you. It'll soon catch up with the stream. Don't change anything. It's working. Yeah, I hear you, mate. You hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Only on local. I don't think party is working.
This is party chat. Can you hear me on party?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, Tongue Dragon, welcome. Do what? No. I'm quite all right with staying in Stanton for a bit. Can't seem to find an answer to this question. Will the Arastra become a loner ship for the Orion? Potentially. I think if the Arastra comes first, then yeah, if you own the Orion, it'll probably get updated. The trouble is we don't know for certain. It's what? Sorry.
You need a chest piece?
No, I'm all right. I'll probably loot one from. I'll head off and see where, you know, the usual spots. See what there is around there, and I'll probably pick one up when I get there. Renatus, how you doing? Naughty swaz. Are you going after him, Solin? You can see my marker now.
Be careful where you are. They might be coming for your reclaimer.
Yeah. It's a shame that the current system encourages residents, people living in their mother's basements, to feel better about them. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we've discussed this a lot, haven't we, about the game systems that are missing that make that possible in a much easier way than it should. Plus the lack of content for people like that who want something more interesting to do. It'll eventually get there. It's just a side problem of the current state of the game. But there's a lot of systems. It's not one thing to make that less of a problem. Really, I should have had escorts. I should have put together more of a team with some extra like firepower, because we are sitting ducks in our ships, and whenever we go through the Pyro, we always usually make sure we have some form of protection. So that's just, you know, on my side, really. We may not be getting CitizenCon this year. Oh, we will. Yeah, we will. Don't worry. Oh, I think someone's upset. No, he won't get a crime stack because he's in Pyro. Well, I mean, he got himself RMC, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to carry it in his Hornet, is he? I don't think he was bothered.
That's true. Plus, he didn't get the full load because he blew us up. So
Well, yeah.
half of it is gone.
Hopefully, someone... Oh, I don't know. But hopefully someone, now that we know his name, will know of who he is, and he'll be a target. That's all we can do is make it harder for them. Get some fun going and do that. Yeah, absolutely, Recap. Absolutely, mate. Nano Soldier, how you doing? Oh, I thought you jumped in mine.
We're ruthless.
They are ruthless. Yo, V-Hawk.
Bored.
Sun Devil, welcome.
No, I call that, I hate to see that black elevator, so I just fixed it.
I could have sworn I saw you walking back into my elevator. Yeah, we'll head off to the usual spot, see what we can find over there, like Astors and whatnot, see if there's anything to be salvaged there. It's been a while since I've been there, so hopefully there's something to find, if the cleanup isn't too aggressive at the moment, which I think it is. I don't know if that cleanup alteration of it being less aggressive is just applicable to the main.
Down. I think they completely disabled.
But what's that on the PTO on the live?
Yeah, because there's ships all over the place.
Oh, okay.
So I think that they disabled it completely service.
Right, yeah.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Alright, let's have a look now. Let me claim back another vulture. But yeah, like I say, this sort of hobo list is to help push back against them. So, if you are wanting something to do, or you enjoy a bit of combat, or you're just flying around helping to protect those of the Pyro system, if you see a name Swaz, go for them. Because they lose those privileges, I guess.
I'll grab the Hornet.
Okay. I mean, it's much less of a problem in Stanton, isn't it? But yeah, it's best to be safe than sorry. But that's why I don't get annoyed, because at the end of the day, this stuff is we're playing a half-finished game, so, and none of this matters. There's no longevity right now, so it's just, I mean, obviously it's frustrating if you're going in and constantly getting destroyed, but at the same time, I should be playing the game that we have now, which is bringing support, right? That's an important part of where this is going. So, especially in Pyro. Do you guys keep your shoot on sight list public? I will be doing. I haven't gotten around yet. It's on my Discord. Is the murder hobo list, but I haven't quite pinned. I don't know how to do it. APOC, do you know how to pin? Oh, I do know how to pin a message. What I'm gonna do is pin a list of the names on my murder hobo Discord. So anyone who is out and about, you can take a look. It's kind of like a bounty hunt list, where, if you see that name and they're in the game, you can either use that list to avoid them because they're in trouble, or you could go after them if you wanted. Kill on sight list, yeah. Generally, we are always shoot last rather than shoot first. But when it comes to the murder hobos, if they've already shown that kind of behavior, that disregard for people, then they don't get a second chance, right? So if you see them, you just shoot them, even if they're in a vulture, right? If they're out now salvaging, you just kill them. They've done the same, so it's kind of an eye for an eye in that regard. But obviously, everybody else, they're fine. I wouldn't shoot them. Yes, I will add the dates as well, if I can remember. In fact, it should be all listed there anyway in the Discord. Spantek07, welcome. Yes, Piss Poor Pete Wednesdays. I'll take it he's live then.
Vehicle retrieval system.
No, I disagree that CIG need to take a few years and focus on the game and not on marketing Squadron 42. They should be doing both. They need to do both. It's not really a one or the other.
Selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has
Yeah, we make our own bounty boards. Exactly. It's like we're using game systems to push back, and that's essentially what CIG want. You know, they don't want to have to game master someone and say, you know, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that because it's not fair. Because it is fair. The game allows it, but there's a lot of stuff that is still left to come in to make it more balanced. There isn't actually any rewards at the moment, but I think it's something we could probably look into with, you know, UEC. It's kind of like our own bounty list. So, yeah, we could probably, you know, if you get a confirmed kill, we could send some money your way for doing so. That would be a good encouragement. Excellent, Wonko. Thank you, sir. Do you know if the Perseus has small... I don't know. Obviously, there's been leaks, there's been discussion and speculation on it. I don't know personally. I haven't looked into what there is. I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility with the whole Perseus changes, but until we get official information, I would just take it all as a pinch of salt for now. Yeah, until an official one comes, until all these other systems come in place and make it easier to do so. Exactly. Yeah, what, that you sent me? Hang on, well, I think we'll have to wait till we're closer together because you're really quiet. I wonder, you're using the party voice there, aren't you? I have a push for Org's corpse. Oh, now you're louder. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just saying that I don't know if you wanted you to distribute them to me and APOC or what, but you said you 800K.
Yeah, Solin did. I thought didn't Solin say that he sent all of us 800k, or was it just me he sent?
Yeah, to you. Yeah, to you.
As in, for me to distribute, because I thought he said that he sent everyone 800.
So,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll sort that out. Maybe not right now, but soon. I'll get it sent out to you too as well. I hate to say it, there is a couple of streamers in my org's kill on sight list because they make it clear they are pirates. Pirates are kill on sight. Well, yeah, I'm absolutely, you know, pirates are kill on sight because they would do the same. But a murder hobo list is I wouldn't class them as pirates. They're just, you know, people who just want to kill for the sake of killing. Dan, welcome. Should I start playing this game? From what I've heard, there are so many bugs currently. There are so many bugs, and there will, for, you know, until the game is sort of released, be bugs. But I would say wait till 4.0.2 drops to the live server, hopefully by the end of this week. It should be by the end of this week it goes live. And then try it. I mean, it's definitely worth, even now, even if you're not going to play it a lot because of bugs, it's definitely worth the $45 entry fee just to kind of test it and see if it's in a place where you want to play it consistently. It's really, no one can answer it but you on that one, Dan. It depends on your level of patience, whether you play, you know, early access games a lot, whether the bugs are, you know, the current bugs are too much or not, you know, a problem. It's an individual decision on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Solin. Yeah, Solin's just informed me. All right, I'll distribute this. Is it to be distributed between all of us, right? Mio, how you doing? In Eve, we have a couple of orgs that would run ops to go out and hunt gankers. Yes, that's kind of what I'm doing here, and obviously getting a reward for that for the players who go out and do that is important. So we'll certainly look into doing something along those lines to encourage that from our own group. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing with this game, Dan, is that you can have experiences like that a lot of the time. But as you're probably aware, a lot of the time as well, it's interrupted and essentially destroyed by bugs and other issues. This year, their focus is on making the game more playable, more stable. 4.0.1 has quite a lot of issues. That's what we're playing live right now. 4.0.2 is slated to go live by the end of this week. So hopefully Thursday, Friday. That's not to say it won't have bugs, but some of the major issues and the problems, like the blockers or the critical bugs, are getting fixed with that. So I would certainly say, take the plunge, get the $45 package. Oh, it's dark at Astor's. Damn it. We'll go down anyway. And we'll have a look. And see whether or not you enjoy it. But do bear in mind that from day to day, you might have, like, one day or one play session, you might have everything go wrong, and the next play session, nothing goes wrong. But it's about making it so that it's more consistent that nothing goes wrong, you know? I do, Durwood, yeah, exclamation org, I think it should work there. But yeah, by all means, join up, sign up. SM Borg, that's the one. I often tell people that it's both the best and worst game you'll ever... Yeah, absolutely. It is, like, without a doubt, just the most incredible experience you'll have in a game. But it's not every time you jump in. What am I doing here? Is that right? Yes. A lot of the time, it's just a buggy mess where nothing works. But hopefully that'll start becoming less and less of a problem and become more consistent. Master Heath, how you doing? Right, let's just have a quick flyover, see what's down here, if there are any ships amongst the trees. I often do find just bits of ships lying around these places. Do you know if the sun's anywhere close to coming up around here, Deacon? It doesn't look like it's on the horizon yet.
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. We could try Ghost Hollow, see if that brings us any closer. I think it's in the direction of the sun. I found a Hull A in the trees, nestled amongst the trees here. Just, you know, broken, dead. Tons of cargo lying around on it. But I'm not seeing anything now. Right, let's... Alright, I'm gonna mooch on to Ghost Hollow, mate. You started with 4.0, Dale, and you are still hooked. Excellent. Happy to hear that. You started with 313 and 318 was the worst. Yeah. Hopefully we're beyond that now, you know. Oh, got about 10 minutes. Okay. Well, Ghost Hollow should be closer then, I would think. How do you disintegrate the hull with the vulture? You can pretty much disintegrate anything, I think, or to a degree. Flipping heck. That is getting way too close. You can essentially disintegrate quite a lot of stuff, even, you know, ships that are bigger than your capacity, but you obviously lose out on anything that you disintegrate outside of what you are able to fit. Thank you for the follow, by the way, ye tungsten dragon. I forgot to mention that. Oh, 5 minutes after? Oh, okay, so we're actually at the closest point for sunup, are we? Sorry, I thought it would be 5 minutes before. Doesn't it not come up quicker that side? We'll go there anyway. I was getting it the wrong way around, I guess. Kev Peters, how you doing? So what about all the ships that have been lying around outside all the various mercenary mission sites? Can you... Actually, Deacon, yeah, that's a good point. We should probably check out some of these bunkers. Is that what you mean, Kev? Yes, you can. If you can essentially salvage any ship, provided you can turn off. Yeah, the mercenary, you know, underground bunkers. Here, let me share you a link. This will probably have some ships and maybe some combat ships to take advantage of. Yeah, good call there, Kev. Might be able to find some things worth looting. Oh, so the Connie or the SL is the biggest that the Vulture can disintegrate. Fair enough. But I think it's still... Do you mean in terms of physically disintegrate, or in terms of being able to actually gather all of the construction material? They are, Skyver. Yeah, that's why you take on a mission. That gives you permission to go to it. I'm not going to complete the mission. I mean, I could. Say that again.
You pulled me twice in a row.
Oh, flipping heck. It works when you're not intending it. When you actually try to do it, it doesn't work. Yeah, absolutely, Durwoods. That's, you know, that's the thing. You know, coming from a place where, I mean, hell, you just have the hangar module, and then you had the social module, and then we had Port Olisar, and then, you know, the moons were physical, and there's been a lot of, like, when you see where it was to where it is now.
Just remember not to step outside.
Oh shit! Yeah, I need to put my helmet back on. The progress is huge, but the time it's taken is obviously a long time. Great. I can't see it. My UI keeps blocking up. Nice one. Yeah, this is more like it. Any Mark 1 Hornets by any chance? Oh yeah, the Star Lancer has, yeah. Someone was hungry. Have a look around, see if there's any that are just keep flying around, see if you can see any that are pieces of ships. There might be some dotted around if these turrets have got them. I'll have a look inside them. Oh, we do have headhunters on the ground though. Alright, I'm going FPS if you want to join me.
You still don't have a helmet?
Yeah, I know, it's alright. I've got one, it's just not equipped. Oh really? They'll okay. Interesting, Apoc, I didn't know that. Oh no, you're right. We've respawned, haven't we, since? Damn it. Kevsky, how you doing? Welcome, Wing. Welcome, Bluebird. Oh, 7 guys, are we well? MTT, welcome. Alright, so we ain't going outside the ship. In that case, now I'm assuming these don't have shields on. Can't target it for some reason. Yeah, they're good. They're good to scrape. Well, what I'll do is I'll just clear them off. Get them out of here. Yeah, that's true, Sandman. It's not like it's been 12 years and they have nothing to show for it. That's a big point, which is basically where everyone else's arguments fall short. Oh, that's right, Ninetales, good point. Not headhunters. I did forget to bring it out. Was that you, Deacon? Ah, okay. Yeah, they do. They have a lot to show for it in terms of tech. And, you know, the alpha does speak for itself. As much as it's a mess a lot of the time, it truly does speak for itself. It is like nothing else. But it just needs that refinement, which is, I guess, what they're doing now, right? You do a lot of salvaging, but what are the big changes everyone says is going to make is really bad soon? What are the big changes everyone says is... I don't know, Opeth. Who's saying there's big changes that are going to make it... What, make salvaging really bad? Are they on about engineering or something? Because engineering will make it even better. Yo, casual but fun. Good evening. How you doing? Hope they sort out reward sharing. All my friends stopped... Yeah, they're, you know, making... a lot of these, the trouble with Phase 2 especially, which I get it, you know, the mission itself was not really a shareable mission in that sense, but it's a real shame because it was, it would have been a lot of fun being able to share it properly. Alright, we're just cleaning up here, getting our extra bits of, you know, stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it makes a big difference, Bluebird. I can highly recommend them. It's one of those things that no matter what you're doing, you know, dog fighting, mining, salvaging, whatever, it really benefits. Right, let me just get these things cleaned up if I can. And I realise this isn't the most efficient way to make money. That's fine. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not intentional that they made it so that random people can't cooperate. I think a lot of it is just the reputation system needs to be a bit more refined for that kind of stuff. One thing to also remember is before they were working on server meshing, they were working on... Yes, things required for server meshing. That's it. It all stems back to 64-bit conversion, then bind culling, object container streaming, persistence, you know, the iCache, all that kind of stuff. It's not... They haven't been sitting on their hands all this time, you know, selling ships, which a lot of people would have you believe. This one's a bit big. I'm going to try. No, it does say size exceeded. I've got no chance. Oh, I could do, couldn't I? But actually, let's just see what this is over here. There's another ship 7 kilometers away. No, absolutely, Sandman. I say it seems like I think a lot of people are assuming that they've suddenly just decided to focus on playability and stability. And to be fair, they've given the impression across like that's the case. But now server meshing is out. Now is the time that they can focus on stability because the back end isn't changing so much. So it's a bit strange that they sort of put it across like this is just a sudden decision. It's been something they've been talking about for a while in terms of making the game more playable once the core tech is there. But yeah, how strange. There's a player there. There's a player on the ground. Hang on. Do you need help, mate? Do you want a lift? Are you in need of a lift? Has your ship become
You look for his strap.
obsolete? Is this you, mighty steed? I'm going to open my doors. Please don't shoot.
I've just written him and told him.
It's Mighty. Come on in, mate. Come on in. Yeah, you're right, it's Mighty. How did you know that? All right, Mighty, you're gonna have to tell me the story. We're gonna head back to we're gonna head back to New Babbage, and on the way you can tell me what happened. I'm heading back to New Babbage now, mate.
The landing gear's down.
Give me a chance. Just taking off. Yeah, come on, fill us in. What happened? Suddenly come across you and you're upside down. Oh, he said he got shot down in a star. Well, that was lucky. Yeah, Mio. VoIP, like, it's working for me and Deacon, but I think it's not consistent. So, yeah, that's a system that I'm very much hopeful to get repaired with the social refactor. Somehow it didn't explode. Was that a turret or something that took you out? That's so funny. That was like pure random finding him there. I didn't know where you were. It was very lucky. Gotta love soft death. I mean, I'll love systemic malfunctions and whatnot even more, though. Why did I only jump to here? Why are we moving in and out of a server? 30 frame rate server. Isn't it funny how quick a meme, how quick something becomes a meme, like 30k and so forth. But the minute it's no longer a problem, never mentioned again. Barely any applause. Right, where are we looking? Ah, there. Space is big. Randomly bumped into friend, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right, it is about time to log off. So what I'll do is drop Mighty Steed off. And, yeah, 10-minute warning, thank you. And then lower the ship. And what I'll do is, when I've checked my notes to see who was on when XP was doing all that salvaging, I'll then distribute the 800,000 between us all. Yeah, exactly. Marketing is just doing what marketing do. They'd do a shit job if they didn't. All it proves is that marketing are doing a great job. Because people are buying lots of ships. New. Yeah, if you don't talk about the errors, they'll keep quiet. No, they are very nice. Salvaging will reward like 60% of what it does now. It's never going to be a black and white, you know. Who said that? How can that be even possible? When you think of an economy, it ebbs and flows based on supply and demand. Salvaging will offer whatever it offers in whatever location you're in at the time based on how much of those other materials that you have available to sell are in that location. That's like a what do you call it? That sounds like a bit of a, what's it called, that Ron Burgundy 60% of the time, every time analogy. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, of course there are, you know, I do most things for fun because there's no longevity. Everything will eventually be wiped. Eventually, and in some circumstances, I do try to get rich and do things to make money. But mostly I do stuff that I find fun right now. But you know, that kind of stuff. It's salvage. Any profession will be profitable provided you do it right in the right location, and you pay attention to markets and so forth. What we have in the alpha will ebb and flow based on just what work is being done, how the economy is balanced that time, and so forth. It's not a case of at the end of the day, a lot of stuff that we actually earn in game is probably way overpowered in terms of how much you can earn, and will certainly need to be balanced, but at the same time some things will go up. I think that people have a tendency to focus on what they consider a nerf rather than a buff. So many ships get buffed at the same time that other ships get nerfed, but everyone focuses on the nerf because it's probably their ship, but it all needs to make sense. Mighty, are you still inside? You're free to leave. Yeah, I mean, the funding model is genius. It obviously works. It's the biggest crowd-funded project ever, multiple times over, so they're obviously doing something right. But you're more than welcome, mate. Oh, it repositioned you, did it? Oh, okay. But they're still building the game. You know, they're putting the money into the game. It's not like Chris is sitting on his yacht every day. Not every day, just some days. Yeah, I think a lot of people think money is the big all and end all, so, yeah. I can't get out of here. Well, I mean, we're home anyway, so I can log out here, can't I? But, yeah, I'll just store that. Make sure it's safe before we log out. Sure thing, recap. It'll be 2 p.m. GMT. And, yeah, we might be going through to Pyro, so, yeah, some escorting will be helpful. Sorry, APOC, you've just joined. Typical, isn't it? But not a bad day. Shame we got murder hoboed, but that adds another one to the list. Oh, the 5th biggest now, according to Wikipedia. Oh, okay. What are the other 4? For a long while, it was the top. Not anymore, though. All right, let's move on from that one. Let's just turn the music down on my side because it's a little loud. Not that quiet, though. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday. We've got so much going on this week. Oh, it's Jensen one. Jensen. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, salvage, like anything that, like, try not to pay attention to the prices of things too much and the stats of things in an alpha. The trouble is, you know, people get set in how they make a lot of money doing this particular thing, and then it gets adjusted and balanced to the rest of the game, and they're like, wait, they've ruined everything. You know, it's a scam because I can't earn 4 million in 30 minutes. It ruins the game if you can earn that much that fast, because then everything is just easily attainable. There needs to be a good grind. But yeah, it's all gonna change anyway, so just keep up with it all. Gensing? I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it is, nor do I really care. But I know it's, I mean, it must be a big thing if it's the biggest crowd-funded project. Ferk, how you doing? Oh, the top 3 are crypto, 4th is business equipment, and then started as the biggest crowd for the game. That's probably what I'm on about, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Coffee. So stop by on Friday, same time, same channel, or same channels. We will be probably doing more of the same, or playing 4.0.2 if it is live. Oh, I did, yes. I haven't listened to God Complex, but I have certainly heard Bleed From Within now. They are amazing. In fact, let me play you this song from Solin. I don't know if you've heard it yet. It was partly inspired by Geoff Zanelli, partly inspired by Bleed From Within. I asked him... He's basically created a song for me. Like, just a cool theme tune. And on one of them, I asked him to do a version with bagpipes. For that very reason. It sounds pretty badass. So yeah, I'll play that as the closing out music. In fact, let's put it on now. And yeah, there's I don't know what the next video will probably be the roadmap update, which is tonight. Not sure what time it's coming out, but I'm looking forward to that. Then we have Inside Star Citizen, which is all right. Hang on, add to media queue. There it is, version 3. Inside Star Citizen is about the next phase or the next fight or die or whatever it's called. Die or supply, is it? Supply or die? It is the new meta, yeah. So I probably won't be doing a video on that one, but yeah, 4.02 soon. That would be nice. Crypto, van rental, Star Citizen. Remember, !camping. I have just created the channel for my camping YouTube. I've got a video in the works that will be going out to that channel, God knows, most likely this week. I would think it's going to be this week, if not next week. Yeah, nice one, Solin. I love them, mate. Thank you so much. But we're going to pass it on to Piss Poor Pete. No, there's a bit of walking. Yeah, we did a little hike around Brothers Water, which is apparently named so because 2 brothers died there, which is a weird reason to call it something, to name it after. But yeah, we did a little walk around Brothers Water, so there's a little bit of footage of that, but it's mostly about camping. It's mostly about tents, being in tents, using tents, cooking, camping at places. And hopefully as time goes on, I'll do a bit more wild camping rather than campsite camping. Right, raid. Piss Poor Pete. And I'll see you all on Friday. Hopefully at that point we'll have 402 live, but it'll probably go live once I've finished. Yeah, never mind. Some tube guy says he can make millions. What, in Star Citizen? Oh, there's so many ways to make millions super quick. If that's what you're after, then yeah, by all means watch those videos. But it gets boring fast doing that because you're not actually playing the game. You're just grinding for more money, really. But you do what you like, of course. It's, you know, everyone's way of playing is their own. No one can tell you how you should play. I just prefer not to do the whole money grind. I'll probably do that more when it's live, though, I reckon. Anyway, 07, everyone. Have a great evening, and I will see you all on Friday. Oh, hang on, let's put another one on. That one. Much love. Bye-bye.
Drifting through Stanton, engines burn bright. Supermax flying, chasing the light. From jump points to bow.